AC $500 best price guarantee. These are just a few of the reasons you oughta call Strata. 833-757-3500 or visit us online at strataac.com. That's strataac.com. Strata Air Conditioning is a proud Goodman air conditioning partner.
CAC 043953.
Try new extra charged Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Available for a limited time, so try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
The Home Depot and Behr are there for pros and now offer same-day or next-day delivery on top-rated Behr paints, stains, and primers. Get the most trusted paint brand in America delivered straight to your job site and spend less time stressing and more time painting. Contact a Behr Pro Paint Specialist to schedule your paint delivery today. The Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limitations may apply. Not available in all markets. See store for details. Ranked most trusted paint brand based on 2023 Life Story research.
Can we talk about your allergies? I know, there's nothing you can do for them, right? Well, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, there is. More than 8 out of 10 Aspire patients find relief that lasts for years. Even people like you who thought there was no cure for their allergies. Look, inflation is still a thing, and those over-the-counter allergy meds aren't getting any cheaper. Aspire Allergy and Sinus has solutions that last, so you can save in the long run. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
What's good, guys? It's Angel from the Monsters. Check it out this Saturday at 7 p.m. It's the biggest toast Sanford has ever seen. Head over to the West End Trading Company for a free Sunshine State Bomb. Man, those are delicious. Be a part of the biggest toast at West End Trading Company in downtown Sanford this Saturday at 7 p.m. You're going to want to stick around for the after party with the Supervillains, American Party Machine, and Neverless at the West End. Want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors, 3 Olives and New Belgium Brewing. August the 12th, 7 p.m., West End Trading Company. It is 21 and up, and you want to get your tickets for the after party.
In this week's Marketers Report, Raja Manar, Chief Marketing and Communications Officer of MasterCard, talks about measurement.
Measuring Sonic and Sonic branding, the principles of measurement are the same, but the parameters that you measure are different. We measured, and what we find is our investment is paying for itself in oodles.
As the #1 audio company, iHeartMedia gives marketers access to the audiences, trusted influencers, and data you need to grow. If you're a marketer, go to iHeartResults.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
The News Junkie is on.
The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day.
The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Lots to get to today, from this can't be true to how much heat can the human body take. And the winning Mega Millions ticket was sold in Florida. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Howdy doody.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is go to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Not bad.
Busy, but productive.
C-Lane did it. The madman did it, Sabrina.
That's right. What did you do, buddy?
We talked about it yesterday, and he did it. He's doing the weirdo laundry thing.
Oh, you did it?
He
Wow.
did.
How was that?
Did it.
I
just love the idea that you're doing it considering your washer and dryer inside your home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine.
He wants to avoid any interaction with the clothes here. But a stranger is going to be cleaning his underwear today.
Yep, that's right.
Did you notice any skids before you sent it off?
No. I wear darker underwear.
Oh, perfect.
And
Good.
you even get to see who the person is. What was her name again?
Julie.
Julie, if you're out there, take very good care of C-Lane's underwear. Yeah. And treat them gingerly. Don't sniff anything. Don't be stealing anything for some kind of weird souvenir or whatever.
So if you find, is it, let's consider ourselves part of this company, and he goes through C-Lane's, she goes through C-Lane's pockets and finds a $20 bill.
Right.
Are we putting that on top of the folded laundry, or is it okay for her to take it?
Man, that would be a big test
You wouldn't know.
of character for the person who is doing this.
I wonder if she would even look in the pockets.
I don't know.
They say, on the website that they don't do, this is wash and fold, wash, dry, fold. It's not they're not spot checking for stains.
Right.
They're not doing the, whatever the, stain guard or stain spray is.
That's not their responsibility.
No.
They're keeping it simple.
I don't even know if they're really checking the pockets.
So when do you get it back?
Tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
Well, Godspeed to Julie, or whatever her name is, out there handling C-Lane's underwear today.
Probably shoot his fake name.
We'll see how the process goes. We got Fritz on the Street coming up in a little bit on this show. That's going to be a good time. Can't wait till we battle it out for that. But right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's going on in this big, wide world of ours. And we go to former President Trump, who was in Windham, New Hampshire. And he was very mad at one person in particular.
Oh, what happened?
It wasn't Biden. It wasn't any other political opponents necessarily. I mean, it was, obviously. But in this clip,
was it Ron DeSanctimonious?
It was somebody else who he was real mad about. And here he is in Windham, New Hampshire.
Yeah. And by the way, I want to say officially for the press, it's about 110 degrees in this room. Nice job with the air conditioning, whoever. But
nice job.
But you know what the press will say? You know what they'll say? Trump didn't look well. He was extremely wet. It's 104 or 5 degrees in this room. But we're okay with it, right?
He's dripping sweat right now.
Vagina.
It's we're okay with it, right? Why? Applause?
Why is it so hot?
It's 104 or 5.
His face does look crazy. Whoa, look at him.
I don't even know what that was. He just lifts up his jacket.
I've got sweat stains. Look at my sweat stains.
I don't know who's in charge of the air conditioning. I don't know who.
Well, they also put a heating lamp on his face. Is that proper stage lighting? I do not think so.
He is dripping up there. He was really, really sweaty.
Vagina.
But I lie. He did have some things to say about some political opponents. Of course he did. Like this little clip here.
Who's good? No, Christie's he's eating right now. He can't be bothered.
He's talking about Chris Christie right now. And, of course, he's saying he's eating because he's fat.
Who's good? No, Christie's he's eating right now. He can't be bothered.
Says the guy with a button for Diet Coke and McDonald's.
Well, he goes further.
Sir, please do not call him a fat pig. That's very disrespectful. See, I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. I don't want to say anything mean out here. And just to keep it fair.
Whoa. Don't call him a useless fat F. That's I'm being the nice guy here. That's just rude to call Christie a useless fat F.
You can just keep going through other people's insults. That's what his strategy was there, it seems. But let's go on the other side of things, and let's go to the current president of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
Come on, man.
Who went to the Grand Canyon for whatever reason. And, he said this. Oh, hang on. Let me get. He actually did say something.
The Grand Canyon, one of the Earth's 9 wonders of the world.
Oh,
literally. Think of that. Or, it's
Seven,
amazing.
isn't it?
Yeah, so there's 7 wonders of the world, right? 7 wonders of the
Are
ancient
we
world.
sure they haven't added 2 more in the last couple of years?
As far as I know, they haven't, and the Grand Canyon is not on that list, just for the record. That is not something that happened.
Oh, here in the United States, we have 2 more wonders. What was the other one?
I am impressed. It is a wonder. I agree. The
I've never
Grand
been.
Canyon, but it's not one of the wonders of the world. It's a big giant hole in the ground, really. What are the other ones we have? I don't know. Maybe
The pyramids?
Is this? Well, we don't have the pyramids, but
No.
is
Oh, you're talking about in the United States?
no in the world? It's the 9 wonders of the world, like the Hanging Gardens,
7, right?
or
Yeah,
7. I'm
it's
sorry,
7.
he screwed me up.
The
I got
Great
you.
Pyramid of Giza.
Yeah.
Great Wall of China.
Taj Mahal,
Yep.
Colosseum,
Yep.
Machu Picchu,
Yep. Petra.
Not the Grand Canyon.
Temple of Artemis, the mausoleum at Halicarnas.
Some of those don't get as much press, like the Temple of Artemis.
Stonehenge.
I don't hear people talking about that very much.
Christ the Redeemer,
That's a cool one in
and
Rio.
Fun Spot.
I think
Oh,
we're, I think
wow,
we're
really?
over 7, right?
I didn't know Fun Spot made the list. That's really impressive.
It's because it's so
Fun?
no.
Oh, that's true. It is hot out there, folks. Very, very hot.
Did you
outside.
see any of the weather reports this morning?
I saw where they were doing this feels like temperature, which I think is bogus, this whole feels like temperature. They're trying to scare the hell out of us because the numbers on the screen were wild.
I have a picture of it. I'll send it to you right
The
now.
numbers on the screen that I saw were
115.
Yeah, they were up to like 115 degrees. Of course, Dallas, you're burning over there too. I mean, you're not escaping any of this. Let's see. Hold on. I'll get this up for the stream folks in a second here. The forecast heat index, and they show all over. All the numbers are bad. All of the numbers. Palm Coast, everybody's dead, like that meteorologist said in the one report with the error on the screen. It is a hot, hot time to be alive out there. Lots of records across the country. Once again, last night, I wander outside, and as I go out there, I go, oh, my God. And I look, and it was 91 degrees at 9 p.m. or something. 9 p.m. at night, you expect a little cool down. Not so much.
So yesterday I'm leaving your house and I go to like put my bag in the back seat. I tripped or something and my ear lands on the top of my car.
Oh, no.
And I burned my ear.
Yeah.
I burnt it. I don't know how one does that, but there I was.
What?
And the like people driving on the road were like, "You okay?" I'm like, "No, just a 2nd-degree burn on my ear because of my car."
Some guy, I should have showed you guys this yesterday. Some guy sent an email to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and he had, you know those little handheld guns? I have one for the fish tank where you point it at stuff and it tells you the temperature, and he was pointing it at all this stuff.
Weren't
like,
we pointing that
random
thing at
spots.
each other during COVID?
Yes, we were. Just to check, just to be sure. And when he's pointing it at all these things, like it would have been the roof of your car or something, it was 140, 150 degrees.
Sick.
And so that's probably around what you got on your ear if that was the case for you. But it is hot out there. It's going to continue to be hot. And I have a question for all you hot folks listening to the show. Hot in more ways than one, of course. I saw this story, and I keep seeing this story everywhere. And I don't think it's true. I don't think that they're telling us the truth. But I got to hear it from you UPS drivers who listen to the show. And boy, are there a lot of you who hang out with us and listen to the show each day. And they just had an almost strike, right? But they made a deal with the union right before UPS was going to go on this big strike that was going to impact everybody. And all the stories about that strike have some numbers that really make me scratch my head, that I don't necessarily believe. Let me read this from the BBC. It says, shipping giant UPS has warned its profits will be lower than planned this year, in part reflecting the pay increases it agreed to grant U.S. workers in a labor deal last month. Now, here it is. The UPS said the average full-time driver would earn about $170,000 annually, including health care and other benefits by the end of the 5-year contract. $170,000, they
By
say.
the end of the 5-year contract, so what do you start at?
So it's $145,000 a year now, they say. There is no way, no shot that is even close to accurate. UPS drivers, check in with us. What are they doing with the numbers there to make it sound like you guys are making $150,000 plus a year on average as a full-time driver. I think they're loading up some stuff in those numbers to make it seem like they're paying out more to their employees than they are.
And by that, we mean a coupon that is worth so much at this Diamond Center.
I don't know what trick they're doing, but there's some trick, and it's pushed probably by UPS or maybe the unions to make it sound like they really got this amazing deal. There's just no way that the average UPS driver is going to be making $170,000 a year. So let us know, UPS drivers, what is the situation with this? What the hell is going on, for God's sake? As I said, Fritz on the Street is coming up later today. We got something new in the studio as well.
I think he did Fritz Inside this week.
Did he? I don't blame him, man. We do have something new in the studio to show you. Yeah. Let's unveil this if we can. There we go. It's back, baby. The divot is back. It has returned in its final form.
Do people know that that's a divot?
I don't know.
It feels like a period.
Yeah, right now he's just getting used to the studio.
Looks like a pet rock.
He's a new character for us. So you'll see that on the cameras if you're watching on YouTube or twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. You're coming up next. Your dispatches over from thenewsjunkie.com. Plus, who won the Mega Millions and how much money does the U.S. government take from this damn thing? Plus, a whole lot about nicknames, books, and a lot of weird stuff to get to on the show today. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on the on-ramp from State Road 50 Colonial Drive to State Road 408 westbound. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Colonial Drive at State Road 408. The right lane is blocked. And you can expect delays due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between State Road 429 and Oakland Exchange. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Goldco. Look, our money is being attacked from every angle. Inflation, rate hikes, banks failing. That's why thousands of Americans have decided to protect it with gold and silver. Goldco can help you diversify your money, and you could get up to $10,000 in free silver. Call 855-707-GOLD.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there. T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Introducing Audible's new original series, Breakthrough, the first of its kind audio-only singing competition featuring celebrity judges Kelly Rowland and Sarah Bareilles, with host Daveed Diggs. Hear who has what it takes. Listen on Audible or wherever you get your podcasts.
Strata Air Conditioning offers a complete AC tune-up for just $89.95 plus parts if needed. Hi, I'm Joe Strata, owner of Strata Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 30 years, I've been working hard to keep Florida homes cool and comfortable while providing 5-star customer service. If your current AC company isn't meeting your expectations, you oughta call Strata. Our friendly staff and expert technicians are committed to every customer's complete satisfaction. That's why we offer a tune-up for just $89.95 to keep your home cool all summer long. Or take advantage of our 0% interest for 36 months on a new system with approved credit. If you want 5-star customer service and affordable prices, you oughta call Strata, 833-757-3400, or visit us online at strataac.com. That's strataac.com. Strata Air Conditioning is a proud Goodman air conditioning partner.
CAC 043953.
Find high-quality healthcare in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Major phone carriers make you sign contracts with rigid data plans to trap you into a kind of forced phonogamy. Sounds pretty insecure if you ask me. At Consumer Cellular, we believe in a more consensual and healthy form of phonogamy, free of contracts and more flexible to your data needs. This way, you stick around not because we force you to with contracts and fees, but because you love our phone plans. Like ardently love our phone plans. Phonogamously. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cooked-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixing you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Congratulations to the U.S. government for their win in Mega Millions last night. They are always a winner.
Big money.
No matter what happens. But they said the state of Florida is the winning state because somebody in, where was it?
I already know it's not me.
Yeah. You were playing, though?
Yeah.
Oh, God. I didn't even get a ticket.
But here's the thing. It was like, I got up this morning and I was like, should I check the ticket? No, I'll do it later.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to 7-Eleven and I looked, peered over the counter at the lottery machine and said, "What's the current Mega Million jackpot?" And it says $20 million. And I go, that means that not only did somebody win, but this 7-Eleven is not surrounded in news.
There's no cameras.
Anchors and cameras and choppers. So it's not me.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It was sold in the state of Florida, though. A big winner taking home a whole bunch of money because it was $1.58 billion. And now we hit this hilarious thing, which I guess some people are saying is spreading, where people don't care anymore when it's like $20 million. You're like, $20 million? This is pathetic.
Well, then you get the story from the last time someone won $1 billion, and it's like, But with the lump sum and the taxes, what did they take home?
Oh my God, it
400 million.
Yeah, it goes down
Chump
to
change.
700 million for the lump sum,
I'm
right?
not
So
good at math.
after taxes and all that, you go down to about that far, and then there's even more stuff that you have to pay. So it could be as far as $500,000-$600,000 that it goes down to. But it's hilarious how people who are even struggling people out there will go, 20 million. I'm not playing that. Mega Millions, that's garbage. That's barely even in the millions. Call me when it's $1 billion again.
Well, 20 million, but the cash option is less than half that. It's 9.9 million.
Why even play? Why even bother with this? And the U.S. government takes in a big haul once again.
Is it still going to education?
They always say that, and you never see education getting better. So I feel like it's a scam. I don't know it's a scam, but I feel like it might be a little bit of a scam. School is starting all over the country. Students heading back to their middle schools, elementary schools, high schools, no matter where they are. They're taken to school, buddy. And they are bringing their backpacks and all their stuff with them. And also, their parents have to sign a bunch of stuff before they go in, specifically here in the state of Florida. And there's something that a lot of parents have been posting online that they have to fill out before their kids go to school. And this was a result of some new stuff that's been signed into law about people's names in school and biological sex and gender and all that stuff. And so here's an example of one of the letters that these parents are getting. This is real. It says, "Dear parent or guardian, consistent with the Parents' Bill of Rights enacted by the Florida legislature, teachers and school staff will only refer to your child by their given legal name. Rules of the Florida Department of Education require public schools to obtain consent of a parent to use any deviation from a child's legal name, including nicknames. If you wish to specify the use of any deviation from your child's legal name, you may do so by indicating your preference on this form." So if your kid's name was William and they went by Will, or
Billy,
was Robert and they went by Bob,
Bill or Billy or Mac or Buddy,
any kind of nickname like that your kid would have, you put it on here, and then they would actually use it to refer to them. If you didn't send this in, they would call them weirdly their entire name that they don't usually get called in the classroom.
Now, I feel like, well, obviously it wasn't into law before, but I've seen stuff like that where they
ask about this. This is new.
At least like I worked at camp, and it's like, if they have a nickname, let us know. And so
usually we would do that on the first day of school, though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like the teachers would ask,
and it would be up to the student to provide the nickname. Or I think I've told the story before where there were two Christophers in my third grade class, and my teacher just decided one of you is going to be Chris and the other is going to be Christopher, and that's how we're going to do this so that I can
but in this case, like,
tell you apart.
If Sabrina went to school, she's at school, and they're doing roll in the first class that Sabrina's in, and she goes, "Actually, I go by Sabby." The teacher would go, "I can't legally call you Sabby.
Parents' consent for that.
I need a form,
a permission slip for
so that I
a
can
nickname.
Deviate from your actual name."
All right.
The other thing that they can do with this, which you might say is counter to this, is if your child is transgender, you can use that as a nickname and would be able to refer to them by something different.
Yeah, but I think the major complaint with this whole way they're going about this is, yes, as a parent, if your child is transitioning or going by a name that's different from their gender, or their birth gender, you can put it on there that like old Sammy wants to be Samantha now.
Sure.
And they are to call Sammy Samantha.
Right.
But they won't call her.
No, they won't do that. No, that's part of this law that they push through. They would change that. I wonder how far you could take it. Like, Buttface McBallsack, if that was your nickname, wow. could you put that
high school should go really well for them.
Could you put that on the form and you'd be like, "Hey, it's legally in here. Now my requested nickname is on file."
Let's try it out. Your
like
nickname for today, Sean, is Buttface McBallsack.
Just for today. No. I don't want to be that today. Forget it. Let's get rid of that. I don't want that today. But you could maybe do that.
That's how you
I don't know.
That.
It says,
that's how you get Buttface McBallsack.
"By submitting this form, I hereby consent to the faculty and staff of the public school referring to my child as indicated above. I understand that this nickname will be added to the focus demographic screen, but will not affect the way my child's name appears on report cards, transcripts, or other legal documentation." Blah, blah, blah. So this is the thing they send out. All these parents are trying to work their way through this now.
And they've got to. Don't call me that over on chat. Forget the nickname. Forget forget I put that out there. I could have chosen anything.
Listen, Mr. McBallsack.
I could have gone with Scooter, my dream nickname when I was little. Never got it, but
all right. Scooter McBallsack.
No, it's not that either. It's not going to be that. A lot of parents navigating their way through kids going back to school right now. Sam on YouTube says, I agree with Staley, somebody else over there. More important stuff than what the kid wants to be called for sure. Waste of time and paper.
I can't believe it's on, in law.
Yeah.
And it just has to be done that way. When did that come to?
Not that long ago.
Was it just a little quiet thing?
No, it's the past. There was a bunch of news articles about it because there was, in tandem with that, there was something about which bathrooms you can use and stuff. And
priorities, baby.
And that was pushed through and signed by the governor. And so now they're actually having to enforce this kind of stuff. And here we are. We're going to go over to you in just a moment and see where you are. Send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. Eddie says, nothing new with common courtesy between teacher and student. Too much walking on eggshells and interpreting, he says. There's a lot of people who are split on stuff like this.
And you wonder why they are desperate for teachers.
Well, here's the thing. This is the direction that DeSantis decided to go in because he thought this was going to be a winner for him, going against Disney and doing all this stuff. I don't think it's working for him. I think it's kind of backfired on him with a lot of common sense people who just wanted somebody who was going to focus on things that mattered to more people.
Well, then he had his big breaking news today.
What? What was today? I didn't see it.
He suspended the state attorney.
Oh, yeah.
The news conference was something else.
I don't know why he suspended this one, but he suspended another one previously. And when I looked into it, I was like, okay, it makes sense. It was one of these people who was not prosecuting crimes. I don't know this person, though.
It's Monique. It's from Central Florida.
I saw it this morning. I saw the person and they're fighting back now. And
Monique Worrell.
And I just don't know what the reasoning was given as to why this person was fired. Anyhow, lots going on with that. The guy would win. He would do so much better if he just focused on stuff like law and order. Focus on the crime stuff. That's what people care about. Focus on things that actually matter to a lot of people in this country. And we're going to focus on you. You deserve a little attention. How about this? Here's Twink Lettitz with a dispatch for us. Hello?
Hello, junkies. So I have a question. If the government takes half of your money when you win the lottery, like this year, 2023, then what happens next year at 2024 and beyond? Do they still take taxes out of that? That doesn't seem fair, but then again, it's the government. Thank you. Can we go ahead and talk?
I don't know. If you get the yearly installments, I guess they would do it each time you got the installment.
I would assume.
Because they wouldn't tax you for the money before you got the money. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That would also, you wouldn't be able to pay it.
Yeah. It would be put you in bankruptcy before you even got your lottery winnings. That
It would take you so long to finally start getting in the green that you might as well not even quit your job for a good, 10 years.
Right. Over on Twitch, Big Doug Millionaire says, law and order? You mean grabbing immigrants from Texas and shipping them to California? Hey, teach California a lesson about how this stuff works out when you have people flooding into your state. That's happening in New York and all these other states, and they're having a lot of issues because of it. Now they see what Texas has had to deal with for a very long time. That's an effective thing, I think. But that's not law and order. I'm talking about cities where they're just refusing to prosecute people for crimes. That is so unpopular. If you just ask regular random people, what do you think about this? Every one of them is going to go, this is stupid. This is really, really dumb. It's very unpopular.
Back to the lotto thing, I think that at least this time around was a win because the last winner was in California and they have state tax, right?
Yeah,
they have
right.
The state income tax.
You really get nibbled at over there when you win.
And in New York, I think it was something where it was like if you're not from there, you still have to pay the tax on the lotto winnings.
And that was a weird one, actually, because that's not true in all states. But if you buy a ticket in New York, even if you don't live there, you have to abide by New York's rules and pay their taxes because you bought the ticket in the state. But that's not necessarily true if a New Yorker buys a ticket in, let's say, the state of Florida or something.
Actually, I think if a New Yorker buys a ticket in the state of Florida, I don't know. I'd have to read the I mean,
it's
we
complicated.
just went through all this when the Powerball went, over $1 billion, and then now we're doing it again, and I'm not looking anything up and just trying to remember from last time.
You just get hit in the face with 900 numbers, and you forget them
Yeah.
all.
And then we say it out loud, and we just hope that the chat will just do the math for us. And
Yeah,
let us
please
know.
tabulate that, if
Thank
you will.
you.
Let's go over to Maine 420, talking about me complaining about the heat.
Hey, news junkies, Maine 420 here. C-Lane, the beautiful Sabrina, and Sean.
Yeah.
If you're bitching about the heat, Sean, why don't you come up to Maine, where it's only 71 degrees right now.
Really?
With a humidity of 60-something%. But no, instead you want to sit down there, suffer in the heat, and bitch and moan about how awful Maine is. Anyways, love you guys.
Here's the thing.
Good luck with that flagpole.
Tempting the 71 degrees is. I really would like to be in 71 degree weather right now. Not tempting Maine. Just the whole
I would go to Maine.
of Maine. I would go for a
lobster all day
trip. Yeah, I'd go get a lobster roll. I'd go do that. But what are you going to do after the lobster roll?
Eat more lobster?
Then eventually you're going to lobster
Go
out.
on a boat?
Eventually you're going to go.
I will
"Ugh."
never lobster out.
Oh my God!
Ever.
Mo came back and Mo was like, there was nothing to do in the town we were in. It's like it was a ghost town.
Besides catch pedophiles.
Besides the one guy that he met that catches pedophiles.
I was talking to our friend Joseph Martins the other day, who
Nice
is
guy.
in Alaska at the moment, Homer, Alaska, I believe. And I was like, "What's the weather like there?" And he said it was like 60, and I went, I don't know why I expected it to be much colder.
Right.
Just like I thought.
Bet that's hot
I
for
just
them,
think
though.
I just think of Alaska. Like I don't even think of Canada that way. I just think once you cross the border into Alaska, it's just Arctic.
But there's so many people that just we always get focused on where we are or one particular area. The other day, I interviewed a guy who is in Antarctica right now and works at McMurdo, the station in Antarctica. And I was asking him like,
The
all
one
the
Metallica
things.
played at.
It is actually, yeah. And I was asking him,
Pitbull go there too?
I don't know if he went there, but there's a couple of people who wanted to play on every continent. So therefore, you have to make a visit to Antarctica, which is not easy to do. And I was asking him about everything about life there and living there and all the different things you could. If you want to check that out, it's on the newsjunkie.com under interviews. But I said, what's the temperature right now? And as I was talking to him, when it was like mid 90s here, it was negative 140 degrees where he was. And I was like, oh my God.
You can't go outside.
That's weird.
He said you can, but you have to be outside for short periods of time. And they know how to dress for negative 140 degree weather.
Like turtleneck or something?
You gotta layer on layer on layer on layer. You gotta stack it up to be able to survive that.
Do you think? I bet nobody does. But do you even think it's possible to smoke a cigarette in Antarctica?
I don't know, but I'd like to try it, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just getting there is a nightmare, though. It's not like you can go, let me go to the airport, the international airport. Yeah, let's just take that flight to Antarctica. No, it does not work that way. We talked about the UPS salary situation. A couple people chiming in on that. Here's Flip.
Just real quick, I was involved with union negotiations back in the day, and those numbers are reflective of the salary benefits, health benefits, life benefits, and all the other perks that the company pays out towards that particular employee. So those numbers always look huge. The company I currently work for, I make over six figures, nothing near what UPS is stating they are, but my total worth to the company is darn near 200 or just over 200,000.
Right, and I get
How do you figure that?
Because they say, okay, you have the salary. So Sabrina, the UPS employee, is making this much money in salary, but then the company has to pay insurance stuff for you. So that is more money for the company. And then maybe the company does like stocks and different things that they give you as bonuses. But when I looked up average UPS employee salary, I saw like $45,000, and they're touting $145,000, and they're saying it's going to go up to $175,000 is going to be what they're making. But some other people were making good points. Let's see if it's what Loose Neutral says.
What's up, guys?
Hey.
So yeah, the union will puff the numbers like that, and that includes all the benefits. The big one being your health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So
Buttface just said that.
$45 an hour, but really on the check it's like 27.
Okay, I was hoping he was going to say what a lot of people in chat were saying, and they were saying what this doesn't include, or what this does include rather, that you weren't considering is overtime. And they were saying being a UPS driver is a hard job. You do like 12-hour days. And so when you're doing overtime, that starts to pile up. So maybe it says you're making $45,000 a year. You add on the overtime, you add on all of these things, and then you get up to that number that just seems absolutely wild, with $175,000 being the average salary for those drivers. Okay, when we come back, we'll hear from you. You got opinions. I know you do. And we're going to get an update. Remember the story about that 6-year-old who brought a gun in his backpack or whatever to school and ended up shooting his teacher? There's now new court documents that have been released in this, and wait till you hear what this 6-year-old said to the police. It's pretty crazy, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is Weekend on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the intense heat and high humidity. Forecast highs soaring to the upper 90s with feels-like temperatures potentially reaching 115 degrees. It's important to limit outdoor activities and make sure you're staying hydrated. Rain chances will be low, mainly after 2-3 o'clock at 20% coverage. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Brightline Trains. Ride brighter with high-speed rail to South Florida. Experience premium lounge perks, roomier seats, and onboard meal and drink service with 16 daily departures to South Florida. Adult fares from $79, kids from $39. Book now at GoBrightline.com.
Check it out. You lifted your car? Yep. Refinanced my auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Put the money I saved towards an 18-inch lift kit. Pretty sweet, huh? It's a minivan. Well, now it's a mega van.
Dad, I can't get down.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we're here to help our members save toward their goals. Whatever they may be. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
FAS Windows and Doors is the company to use to make your house feel better and look better. You know what they can do? Get rid of those single-pane aluminum frame windows and get you double-insulated vinyl windows. That'll save you money, make your AC work less, make your house look better and feel better. And I tell you, man, they can do it for you fast. Their showroom, easy to find. Fairbanks and I-4. Slide in, pick out the windows that you love, have them installed by their pros, and your house will never, ever be the same. And they can even do that for you in the door as well. Book your consultation today easily at FASWD.com.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
I'm looking for some classic cars to buy. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com if you've got a specialty car or something nice. Mopar anything, Corvettes, GTOs, Chevelles, square body trucks, K5 Blazers, K10s, K15s, all that good GM stuff from the 70s and 80s. I'm really looking for. And of course, 15-year-old and newer stuff. We buy and sell 1,000 of those a week. From you guys right here. Been doing it for 38 years. GiveMeTheVin.com, America's best car buyer.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Find high-quality health care in Florida at healthfinder.fl.gov. Effortlessly explore facilities based on quality measures like infection rates, surgical complications, and readmissions. Compare safety records for medical facilities like hospitals, nursing homes, and outpatient surgery centers with ease. Elevate your healthcare decisions with the transparency tool at healthfinder.fl.gov. Choose wisely, live healthy. Paid for by the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Josh Wolf August 11th and 12th.
My best night in college. Okay, wow. My buddy and I were drunk at the zoo.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a good laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in Central Florida. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. We're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft brews, wines, and cocktails. Plus, savor more than 20 perfectly matched food selections. And top it all off with festive entertainment and fireworks to keep the party going all day long. This is one craft beer celebration you won't want to miss. The fun is brewing weekends now through Labor Day and is included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
At SimpliSafe, we've designed award-winning home security with advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this 24/7 lifeguard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Mark your calendars for Hire Palooza, the largest job fair and career expo in Central Florida. Thursday, August 10th at the Amway Center. Free access, free parking, over 120 employers, and a whopping 6,000 plus job openings. Register now at orlandojobs.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Skylight Roofing. Roof with us. SkylightRoofing.com.
Help us help you fight the bot wars on your feed.
Surrender peacefully. Resistance is futile.
Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
What do you think about the most dangerous jobs in the world? What comes to mind? Because the guy in this next story, well, his job did not seem like a super dangerous one to me. We'll get to that in a moment. Being the president, well, it makes you a big target, right? And presidents have been assassinated, or there's been attempted assassinations for presidents.
I feel like those skyscraper window cleaners.
Oh, my God. That is something I could never, ever do.
Not in a million years.
And we always see, like, obviously, deadliest catch. They tell us that going out there and doing that crab fishing is dangerous.
I only say president because every so often we have that, like today I learned where based on the number of presidents, which is only, less than 50.
Right.
And the amount that have died in office.
That's true.
It's like a big number.
Yeah, the percentage of being in that position and dying is higher than anything else out there just because of the limited amount of them. And there's so many of these jobs you look at, and really any job where you're working outside right now. A little bit of danger to that these days, at least. And this guy's job, I did not think was a dangerous one, but here we are. And Giacomo Schiaparini. He's a 74-year-old man in northern Italy, or should I say he was a 74-year-old man in northern Italy. And he worked at a place called, the cheese they had was called Grana Padano.
Yummy.
And he was like one of these cheese makers.
Yeah.
What do they call him? There's another name for him. Isn't there?
Cheeses.
Cheesemongers? Is that a thing? Or am I making that up?
That's fish. You're thinking of fish.
Okay. Well, he's a cheese guy.
Master
and
cheeser.
Picture the place where he worked, like this big
factory-style place with rows and rows and rows and rows and rows, stacked as high as you can imagine, of these wheels of cheese.
Sounds like heaven.
And it probably smelled good, I guess. And maybe it's Parmesan-style hard cheese called Grana Padano. And there were 15,000 wheels of cheese that fell on top of this guy.
Oh, no.
Yikes. Each
is
of them
he okay?
weighed 88 pounds. No, he is done. He was killed by this. They said it wasn't just one or two, but 15,000 wheels of cheese fell on Giacomo, and they're 88 pounds apiece, so obviously he ain't going to survive that. They said he was checking in on the ripening of the cheese wheels when a shelf broke in his warehouse. The shelf collapsed, and it caused a domino effect that brought down thousands of wheels of cheese in the warehouse. Tragically, all the cheese wheels that came tumbling down crushed him to death, and then he was buried underneath them. And they had to move the cheeses in the shelves by hand. It took 12 hours.
They still sell that cheese?
I don't know if they're still going to sell
some of it's still
this.
good.
I don't know what they're going to do with all this.
This cheese is very particular because someone died under it.
How wild is that? And the cheese, like when I said they have them stacked up, some of the cheese wheels in this place where he was at were like 33 feet up in the air.
What? And no, like, I don't know, security to it?
It doesn't seem like there was enough for sure. And they said that this is a huge, huge issue for the company that was storing 25,000 wheels of the cheese.
Why? Because they're out that much cheese?
Well, I don't know if it's that or whatever else happens next, but it says it's reported the economic damage caused by this is $7.7 million in the small town where it comes from in Italy. Not the best way to go for sure. Okay, before we get to your dispatches from the newsjunkie.com, I wanted to mention this to you because it's a big update. If you thought the story was crazy before with this 6-year-old who went into the classroom and was on the school campus seemingly all day long, showing his friends and other kids that he had a gun, threatening people, this 6-year-old was, threatening people with said gun, and then going back into the classroom and eventually shooting his teacher, somehow it got even more wild. And we have talked about this, Sabrina and C-Lane, a couple of times on the show, and we've mentioned that this is something where the leadership of the school, they knew, they were made aware that something was going on. Yeah, multiple times they were made aware that there was a danger, a clear and present danger on this campus for this teacher. And we knew, obviously, that a 6-year-old that would do this had some major issues, but this makes it way worse to me.
Oh, great.
This is the warrant that they've just released in the case about this 6-year-old. He, because he's 6, gets away scot-free. Nothing happens to him. His mother has been charged because she didn't properly store her firearm, according to these police. But wait till you hear this. Let's check this out together. It's right in front of me, so everybody can see it. On January 6, 2023, at approximately 2 o'clock, Communications received a call in reference to a shooting at Rich Neck Elementary in room number 11. At 14:04 hours, sheriff's deputies and police officers responded to room 11, so it only took them 4 minutes to get out there, which is pretty good. They responded to this room 11, and they observed a member of school personnel, later identified as Amy Kovac, restraining a 6-year-old child. And they said officers found a loaded 9mm lying on the floor of the classroom and eventually collected a 9mm cartridge casing on the floor near the handgun. A book bag was also found in the classroom and was identified as belonging to the young boy. The book bag is black and white checkered with images of sharks all over it. The book bag also has his initials written on it in black ink. It's so weird, the juxtaposition of the firearm and like this little kid book bag, you know, sharks and stuff on it. And it just, man, it's wild. And
it's like decorating the gun, you know?
Yeah. It's weird to hear that. And also, when the cops got into the classroom, they're saying that the teacher was still struggling with this 6-year-old. Like
after being shot by him.
I guess so. It says when they went in,
that's nuts.
They saw the member of the school personnel, later identified as Amy Kovac, restraining a 6-year-old child. So she was still restraining this 6-year-old at the time that they arrived.
Mind you, and with that, after being shot, restraining the child, you have also a classroom of kids
Mhm.
who are freaking out.
Yeah.
I can't imagine there was an aide in there, right?
Which she was able to get the kids out of the classroom because this woman is a hero. And even though she was shot, because this says responding officers also located the victim, Abigail Zwerner, in the school office, suffering from a gunshot wound to the left hand and upper torso. So this is the teacher that actually got shot here. School staff were providing first aid until officers and medics arrived. This is the part where things start to get weird. Detectives interviewed the Rich Neck school reading specialist, Amy Kovac, on the scene. Ms. Kovac stated prior to the shooting, she received information from 2 students in classroom number 11 that this student had a gun in his book bag. So they knew about this, and she told people about this. While the classroom went to recess, Ms. Kovac and a school administrator searched the book bag but did not find the gun. So that's new information.
But it coincides with the information that he had brought it out to recess, showed kids, and it was in his pocket.
Yep.
They told him, and they're like, no, his pockets are too small for his age to have a gun in there.
The administrator was told that he showed it to another student, and they refused to let the teachers search his pockets where they were pretty sure that he had this, and they could have stopped this. Continues. Ms. Kovac stated after the class returned from recess, she heard a gunshot come from room number 11 as she was walking by. Several children ran out of classroom 11 past Ms. Kovac. The teacher assigned to room 11, Abigail Zwerner, also ran past Ms. Kovac, and Ms. Kovac observed that Ms. Zwerner was bleeding from her hand and her upper torso. Ms. Kovac entered classroom number 11 and observed the 6-year-old standing by his desk, and a firearm was lying on the floor near him. Ms. Kovac grabbed the child and held him in place until police arrived. While she was restraining the 6-year-old, get this, all right? While she was restraining the 6-year-old, he made statements like, quote, "I shot that bitch dead."
The 6-year-old?
The 6-year-old said this.
Jesus, man.
While they were waiting for the cops. And he said, quote, "I did it." And another quote, "I got my mom's gun last night." This is a 6-year-old kid who was saying this. The victim, Abigail Zwerner, was interviewed at the hospital and stated she walked with her class back to the classroom after recess, and the class was broken up into reading groups. She observed the 6-year-old standing by his desk. He then pulled a firearm out of his jacket pocket and pointed it at the teacher. She said, "What are you doing with that?" He paused and then fired one shot.
So wait, the administration said his pockets were too small for a gun, but he's got a jacket?
Yeah, he's got a jacket on at the time.
Cool.
And they said, no, don't even bother looking. Why look? He's teeny tiny. He can't possibly have a gun in there. So he fired the shot that struck her in her left hand and upper torso. Miss Zwerner ran for the room to the school office where she received medical attention and was transported to the hospital shortly after. Just wild to hear what was actually going on in that classroom. But he's 6.
Right.
He's 6.
So what happens, though? Like, I know he's not going to juvie, not being charged. but
Nothing happens.
There's not. So it goes back to school?
He just, I don't think he
There's
can
not-
I don't think he can go back to that school.
He's not required to have some sort of, like, therapy,
I think
checkup?
shooting your teacher is grounds for expulsion.
Yeah, I think they get him out of the school.
But he goes to another school?
I think he might go to another school because if you're 6 years old, and saying this stuff and doing this
And
stuff.
then goes into the system because it's just his mom, right?
Yeah, and his mom now is facing these charges of
What a
bringing the
mess,
weapon to
man.
school. You know, what do you do? What do you do in a situation like this? Let us know what you think should be done with this 6-year-old. Is it just a terrible situation that you don't have a proper response to, or should something actually be done? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com, hit record on your first dispatch right now. But man, the idea that he said, "I shot that bitch dead." At 6 years old, would you ever think to even say that?
No.
No way. My
When I was
God.
6, I was like, I didn't even want to curse. I got mad at other kids for cursing.
When I was 6, I was in such...
I know. Trust me.
I was in such a different headspace than anything like this. Like, I wouldn't ever even think about anything violent or... my dad had a shotgun while growing up, but it was never a thing. Like, we didn't talk about that, or guns weren't prominent in my life. And it's just so wild to hear. Okay, we're going to go over to some dispatches when we return. We want to see what you are thinking, see what's on your mind, and plus, how hot can it be for the human body to still live and be okay? How much heat can you take? There is an answer to this, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The 2023 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament presented by JustCallMo.com will be August 19th. Get the details at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident blocking the on-ramp right lane from State Road 50 Colonial Drive to State Road 408 westbound. Watch out for delays northbound on Florida's Turnpike due to an accident between State Road 429 and Oakland Exchange. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's BOGO $1 deal. Wendy's BOGO $1 deal is back at participating Wendy's. Buy a Dave single, spicy chicken sandwich, 10-piece nugs, or medium frosty, and get another for $1. Double your deliciousness. Hurry, this BOGO deal won't last.
Membership clubs and big box stores can save you a lot of money on household items, but not your home air conditioning system. This is Joe Strada, owner of Strada Air Conditioning and Heating. For over 30 years, I've been working to help homeowners stay comfortable by getting them the exact air conditioning system they need at the lowest price guaranteed. Big box stores and discount clubs charge dealers a fee to sell to their customers. The cost is passed along to you, the consumer, which means you pay more. At Strada Air Conditioning and Heating, you're dealing directly with one of Florida's largest air conditioning dealers. We also offer 0% financing, new systems as low as $79.95 per month with approved credit, and the best price guarantee. Go to StradaAC.com and schedule your appointment directly. That's StradaAC.com. You ought to call Strada and save. Strada is a proud Goodman air conditioning partner.
CAC 043953.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Some good news. Dunkin' just dropped a new menu item, and it's epic. Try new extra charged Dunkin' refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Basically, an energy-packed refresh button in a cup. Available on all your favorite Dunkin' refresher flavors like strawberry dragon fruit, raspberry watermelon, and mango pineapple. Try new extra charged Dunkin' refreshers today. Available for a limited time, so run, don't walk. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored. Contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
When it's the hottest day of the summer.
but it's the hottest day of the summer. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
There are 16 spots in the playoffs and just one track left. Well, not just any track.
We're basically going to have to win.
Daytona. A last chance to keep playoff hopes alive.
1 point to the good.
And for fans to experience an event unlike any other. NASCAR weekend at Daytona International Speedway, August 25th and 26th. Get your tickets now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Order your Hummer EV at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because your case matters. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
From the newsjunkie.com in just a second. Make today the day you join us on the show for the first time. And we got a lot of stuff to get to real quick here. One thing is, Celia was just mentioning, big, gigantic surprise. Nobody could have ever seen this coming, but Dianne Feinstein was rushed to the hospital after tripping. And really, if a trip can send you to the hospital, I think maybe you shouldn't be an elected official. I think maybe you shouldn't be a representative for people if a trip can take you out like
her
that.
office has already released a statement.
Of course.
Senator Feinstein briefly went to the hospital yesterday afternoon as a precaution after a minor fall. In her home, all of her scans were clear, and she returned home.
Yeah, she's perfectly fine.
She's ready to do some voting.
Yeah.
Some yays and nays.
She'll just do whatever the person behind her is whispering in her ear, like they did at that other. Just say it. Just do this. Just do this. So weird that we even have this going on. And an incredibly unexpected news.
Are you being sarcastic again?
No, for real this time, actually. When C-Lane said this, I was like, oh, my God. Do you remember that little viral star by the name of Lil Tay? Do you remember her?
Yeah. Yeah, the one she cursed a lot, and
she had big stacks of money, and she'd be
there
like,
was something else that like her parents got in trouble, right?
well, what it was her mom was a real estate person, and she would bring her into the houses she was selling, and they would pretend like it was Lil Tay's house, like she was this rich rapper, and she was a kid. She was like 6 or something, and she became really, really big on social media, and then there was some sort of fight between her parents, and they stopped posting stuff on her social media. She has died.
No way,
really? At the age of 14.
Wow.
And the message from her family is kind of odd, actually. Here it is. This is the message from the family about her death. It says, "It is with a heavy heart that we share the devastating news of our beloved Claire's sudden and tragic passing." That's the person who was the viral star, Lil Tay. "We have no words to express the unbearable loss and indescribable pain. This outcome was entirely unexpected and has left us all in shock. Her brother's passing adds an even more unimaginable depth to our grief." So her brother passed away too. "During this time of immense sorrow, we kindly ask for privacy as we grieve this overwhelming loss, as the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation."
Wait, they both died at the same time?
I'm trying to figure out what they're saying, but it kind of sounds like that, right? It says, "As the circumstances surrounding Claire and her brother's passing are still under investigation. Claire will forever remain in our hearts, her absence leaving an irreplaceable void that will be felt by all who knew and loved her."
There has to be a police report or something available, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I'll look and see what we can find. But the thing that's weird is, if both of them died, why is this so Claire-focused? If they lost both of their children in one incident.
Oh, the brother wasn't as famous.
Because this is posted on her Instagram account.
It seems to really minimize him. Maybe I understand that, but as a parent, I would never do that. That would be a weird way to do things. I wouldn't think about, well, she was famous, so let's center her in our message about our children's passing. Unless maybe her brother died previous to this. It's very, very unclear.
Not so far. I mean, I assume that her brother died previous to this, but not previous enough that both deaths are still under investigation.
Right. We don't know. I mean, maybe there was at the same time. This is very, very, very loose here in terms of how you can interpret what the statement is. So we'll keep an eye on that, but very unexpected and not a great thing. Obviously, very sad to hear at 14 years old that she has passed away. It is indeed hot out there. Everybody talks about this ad nauseum now. But there's a limit to what you can take, what your body can take out in the heat. Courtney is a mad woman, and she just went for her daily run. I don't know how she puts herself through it, but she goes out there and runs miles and miles and miles in this kind of heat.
I just go outside, and with the sweat, I'm like, this is kind of like working out.
It's.
I feel like there's something, toxins are being released or whatever.
It's like we walk
placebo
face first into like a bowl of ramen noodle soup when you wander outside. It's just thick. It's thick out there. And they say even a healthy young person will die after enduring 6 hours of 95-degree warmth when coupled with 100% humidity. So if the humidity was at 100%,
where we're at right now.
What is the actual humidity? Is it's 100%? Because she should get back here if that's the case.
Humidity.
They said 6 hours of 95-degree warmth with 100% humidity.
Okay, so according to the Googs, we're at 52%.
Okay,
precipitation at 20% and wind at 10 miles per hour. That's just hot wind.
Well, 100% humidity is probably not something that happens, right? They're just saying in the extreme case of 100% humidity and 95-degree weather, you would only last like 6 hours outside. At that point, sweat, the body's main tool for bringing down its core temperature, no longer evaporates off the skin, eventually leading to heat stroke, organ failure, and death. Good times. The critical limit, which occurs at 35 degrees of what is known as wet bulb temperature, has only been breached around a dozen times, mostly in South Asia and the Persian Gulf, according to NASA. None of those instances lasted more than 2 hours, meaning that there's never been any mass mortality events linked to this limit of human survival.
But I will say local hospitals are talking about how they have not seen this many people come in for heat-related injuries, whether it's stroke or exhaustion or dehydration.
Falling. Remember the story we had about people who were falling because it was hot and hitting their head? And like all of a sudden they would have to go to the hospital because they burned themselves?
Yeah, and like, we'd think about transients, people that are sitting outside all day.
Oh, yeah.
Not having access to shade or water, or they pile up underneath like the overpass.
Yeah.
And people are dying every single day just because of that.
Well, it says extreme heat does not need to be anywhere near that level to kill people, and everybody has a different threshold depending on their age, health, and other social and economic factors. For example, more than 61,000 people are estimated to have died to the heat last summer in Europe, which I'm pretty sure... I think I'm right about this. I'm pretty sure that's dwarfed by the amount of people who die by cold weather. Look this up, C-Lane. 2022 died cold Europe. See if you can find the answer to that question.
Good keyword.
Didn't think you'd be searching for that today. They said 61,000 people are estimated died due to heat last summer in Europe, which is where there's rarely enough humidity to create dangerous wet bulb temperatures. But there is a limit as to what you can deal with. What does it say?
So according to a 2021 study published by the Lancet Planetary Health, cold is far more deadly. For every death linked to heat, 9 are connected to cold. Excessive cold can exacerbate pre-existing medical conditions such as cardiovascular and respiratory diseases.
And one of the reasons why Europe gets hit harder than we do with this is because why? Why do you think more people die because of the heat?
Because they don't shave their armpits.
Nope, not that.
All right.
Nope. There's something that we have that they don't have in most places in Europe that causes more people to die. Yeah, air conditioning.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of places don't have air conditioning. Just like there's a boatload of places still. If you go up to the Northeast, it's so easy to forget this for us. But if you go up to the Northeast, it's not unusual to go to somebody's house and they do not have an air conditioner.
Yeah, no thanks.
They would have like some sort of heater, or they have a fireplace that they would use or something.
And here I am paying a $400 electric bill because my AC is constantly churning.
This is going to be the worst month, I think. I think temperatures-wise,
OnlyFans it is.
It's going to be the worst month temperature-wise, and it's going to be the worst month for your power bill. That would be my guess on this. This will be the peak of it with the temperatures that we're seeing right now.
So back to the little Tay thing real quick, because I'm on her Instagram right now. And before this post from her family announcing her death, the previous post on her Instagram was about her brother dying.
Oh, was it really? So that was before this. What's that say?
It was 187 weeks ago, so a little over 3.5 years.
All right.
And it says, X, you truly changed me, heart emoji. You were there for me when everyone wanted me to fail. You were there to give me advice. You were there. As a father figure, when I don't have one, you were here, FaceTiming me and calling me for hours when I'm down. 3 hours ago.
She must have been older.
Yeah. 3 hours ago, you announced the charity event we were going to throw. We had everything set up. I can't believe this. The evil in the world. This isn't goodbye. I love you, bro. Bunch of emojis.
Okay, but 3 years in, they must know how he died, right?
Okay, and also 3 years in, that's when she was going viral?
11. I don't know.
She was 11 and she decided at 14.
I can't remember when that stopped, but it was like she was on like Good Morning America and everything.
Right.
It was everywhere at the time. And there was a lot of coverage of her because they were like, this young girl, is it social media gone too far? Little did they know, Lil Tay is nothing compared to the stuff that young kids do on social media now. Goes way further than flashing around money and cursing and stuff.
What's the next generation going to do?
Oh, they just got to kill people. Yeah, it's just a lot
we
of,
have that too.
A lot of online murdering, I think. Or we could fix them, which C-Lane said there's a video out there of a little kid who has, was it the swear
Cuss
bucket?
Cuss bucket.
The cuss bucket? And how did that work again?
That he's not allowed to cuss unless he's inside the cuss bucket.
Mm-hmm.
And his brother pissed him off. So he went under the cuss bucket. And this video is like from TikTok because his mother's taking it. And as you just see the cuss bucket and muffled from inside, you hear him calling his brother a pussy over and over again because his brother pissed him off. It was like, I'll kick your ass or something like that.
I don't know how many of those words I knew at 6, but maybe more than I'm thinking now. It's just hard to look back on those things and remember how you got corrupted and when you got corrupted.
I only thought of that because Sabrina said she didn't even want to say them when she was young. And I was like, that was not me at all.
Were you more religious then?
No, I was just like when I was in single digits, it just, I didn't like cigarettes and I didn't like cursing.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like
And
after.
then you flipped on it.
It was like 4th or 5th grade. Then all of a sudden I'm like, bitch.
Give me an effing stogie.
I wasn't even using that word properly. I was just, and then I was liberated, and here I am cursing and smoking all day.
Did you guys ever have the thing? I've talked about this on the show before, but when you're learning those kind of words growing up, there's always a couple that people start using around you and you don't know. And like Sabrina was saying, you're using them wrong. And the story that I shared about this was in middle school. All the kids in school were laughing and talking about 69. And I'm like, yeah, 69, right? Yeah. And they're like, you don't even know what 69 is.
Oh, that's so embarrassing.
And I'm like, you don't know what 69 is. You got to try to flip it around.
That was like the sleepover. I found out they taught me what Cheerio was. So Cheerio is if you smell a fart, you didn't do it.
Right.
And so I was like, Cheerio. Cheerio. And eventually, older sister, Isabella, was like, Sabrina, we know you're the one that's farting. We know that every time you say Cheerio, it's because you just farted.
Right. Yeah, it's awkward to learn.
So cool. I really need to stop. And then I robbed a bank.
You robbed the bank?
Yeah, as a little
wow.
kid. Yeah, so
oh, man.
cool.
A lot of things have changed.
Cool.
At least you're not doing that anymore.
No, I'm still robbing banks.
Let's see what we got going on.
Christopher.
With Eskimo Brother, who has a dispatch about that 6-year-old.
What up, news junkies?
Hey.
Happy hump day. And also, let's give a shout out to Whitney Houston. Today's her birthday. R.I.P. Whitney.
Happy
we still love
birthday.
you. And yeah, Sean, to what you were saying about that 6-year-old, like, it's a shame, you know, nowadays with all these kids and all this social media.
Yeah, what do you do?
You know, that to happen is very tragic, it's very unfortunate, and it's very sad. But at the end of the day, you know, life is all about surprises. And also,
that's a big one.
I really think he should really get reprimanded, obviously, when he turns the correct age to get, the consequences brought upon him, because like I said, every action that anyone takes has a reaction.
Right. I agree with you. But I think that the craziest thing about this is you have to consider this. You have to consider if you have a 6-year-old who is violent, who knows about guns, and who would shoot their teacher.
With the phrase, I'm going to kill that bitch.
I killed that bitch, or whatever he said in the documentation. If you have that going on, you have a 6-year-old who's saying, let me get the actual quote. I shot that bitch dead, is what the 6-year-old said. You have to ask yourself a question, and the question is this. Did that child get like that because of parents who didn't give him enough attention, enough love, enough shaping to turn him into a 6-year-old like the rest of the kids around him? Was he exposed to things that made him predispositioned to be interested in violence and all these other things? Or are some kids just born evil? You have to answer that question, because if you can pin this back on the parents, and there are charges against the mother, if you could pin this back on the parents, we have a huge issue that we have to fix. We have a huge issue with terrible parenting in the United States of America, with little kids learning about violence and thinking about violence and being willing to do stuff like this at ages as young as 6 years old, where there's kids out there. If you go to Chicago, there's not a day that goes by where you don't have 13, 14, and 15-year-olds stealing cars for fun because they know that they're not going to face any consequences for it. If we have all those social ills going on, that's an issue. That's a huge issue. But if kids are just sometimes born evil, then that's a different thing entirely.
It is, and something worth trying to, stop, observe, study.
I don't know how you
at
figure
6
that
years
out.
old.
How do you figure out what did it? How do you figure out if it was the kid was destined to be this way with the best of parents, he still would have been this violent 6-year-old who shot his teacher, or the opposite of that? How do you can't. There's no real way to suss that out unless you spent every waking hour in this house with this kid and you saw the impact that his parents had on him, or lack of parents. They haven't talked much about the father in this situation. Doesn't seem like he's very present, which is not super surprising considering the outcome that we're looking at here. It's just an impossible question to answer. And I think there is a possibility that every once in a while, a child is born that is just different. And whether it's because they're sociopaths or psychopaths or a million different other things that happen to them, they're predispositioned to act like this. And when they're 6 and they figure it out and they do something like that, you're just screwed. There's not a lot that you can do. Cali Girl on YouTube says, games teach stuff. Teachers teach stuff. Behavioral issues or mental retardation from abuse can teach things. I don't buy the video games. I don't buy the violent content. I don't buy even so much the violent music. I do buy that violent culture. I do believe that violent culture inspires things like this. So if the culture around any group is built on elevating things that embrace violence, then that is going to make it a more violent culture, and people are going to die as a result, and you should do things to remedy that. I absolutely believe that. Let's go over to Funny Name talking about dud kids.
Nobody wants to admit it, but sometimes some kids are just duds. Now, the sticky part comes with, what do we do with the kids that are duds? Do we execute them?
Oh, my
God. Or do we just call it like extremely late-term abortions? I don't know.
God almighty, I can't
Good
imagine
God,
that.
Man.
I can't imagine.
Or give him the help and try,
You can.
You can't just throw them into a room until they die.
But I think there are people who are unfixable. I just think that's the way it is.
What's that based on, though? Like, is it after trying and after a certain amount of time that they're deemed unfixable, or you're saying the moment and based on their actions in the past, like there's no helping them?
I'm trying to think of some good examples. If you take anybody who is a serial murderer, like the guy who just got busted, who was an architect in New York, the person who's going to do that stuff is not somebody who every ounce of help in the world, it wouldn't have fixed this person. They're just an evil person who wants to, they get excited by, they get gratification from doing evil things. And I don't think those people are fixable. There's other people with all sorts of other issues that I think, like, you can't fix it. You can't change this. It's just a person that is eventually going to end up in a scenario like this. Look, this kid who's 6 years old, I'm sorry, I hate to say it, but I can't envision that this kid's going to have any semblance of a normal life moving forward. It's like, it just does not seem possible to me.
And I also fear that he's going to feel like he got away with it.
Yeah, well, he did.
He's got some time, you know. How often have you watched Chopped?
Let him cook?
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah, let him cook in many ways.
How often have you watched like a Chopped or one of those food like competition shows?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that kid's going to murder somebody.
They go to the backstory and they're like, you know, when I was younger, I was in and out of jail.
Yeah.
You know,
robbing convenience stores.
I was on drugs a lot, and, you know, but I got clean, and somebody took a chance on me and gave me a job in the kitchen, and now I'm executive chef. So, you know,
quick,
the guy could be...
somebody take a chance on this kid then. Do it as fast as you possibly can. Over on YouTube, Kimbo says, don't be sorry. We all grew up and matured normally. Oh, she's responding to somebody else. The chat is moving fast today. Sour Patch Pete on Twitch says, Mortal Kombat and massive amounts of horror and gore. I really, truly just don't think that those things have as big of an impact as people think. If you put 1,000 kids in a room and they played Mortal Kombat for hours on end, and then you release those thousands of kids out into the world, if those kids are taking in something from Mortal Kombat, it's not going to be that they respond to it by, you know what, now that I played that video game, I want to kill people. I just don't think that's a thing.
Take out someone's spine with my ice laser.
Yeah, I don't think that's a thing. I just don't think people react that way. And the idea is that it numbs you to death.
Push a kid over a bridge into a bunch of spikes once.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Worth it, though. He was a real jackass, that kid. When we return, we're going to hear from you, your dispatches. They are ready to go, and the Tampa mayor reels in something big, something real big. And what it was, that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Watch out for slowdowns due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. Traffic is backed up to Conroy Road. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading eastbound at Dr. Phillips Boulevard. The left lane is blocked. And authorities are clearing up an accident on International Drive heading southbound at Vineland Avenue. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Better sleep. Can't wait. Black Friday now at Mattress Firm ends Tuesday. Don't miss your chance to save up to $600 on America's best mattress brands. Plus, get a free adjustable base on qualifying purchases. Hurry and stop by your local Mattress Firm today.
Don't miss the boat, my friends. Compare your quote today with That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don, president of Happy Home Mortgage Brokerage and host of the Home Loans Radio Show, he is here for you with over 250 five-star Google reviews and 1,100 reviews at Experience.com. It's very safe to say that Don knows what he's doing. And I could say with full confidence that he's looking out for you. He has your best interest in mind. He's going to treat you like a friend and not like a number like the other mortgage companies would. Now, chances are very high that you're leaving money on the table, so let Don get that money off the table and back in your hands where it belongs. Get a free fast quote review at thatmortgageguyDon.com. Hit the compare button, and Don will review your quote today. And any question you have direct access to the expert himself via live chat, email, Zoom call, or get your question answered live this weekend on the Home Loans Radio Show. Start the process today with an expert and friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well, and then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan.
Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. With over 2 million phone calls last year alone, more people in more cities across America want more Morgan & Morgan. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, you're also hiring a family business. And after 35 years, we now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Deals on the McD app are kind of like cool breezes on a hot summer day. You don't know when they're coming, but when they hit, there's nothing quite like them. Save time and get back to summer fun when you order ahead on the app. Pick up a juicy, tender McCrispy, golden fries, and a refreshing Dr. Pepper. It's 30% off your entire order when you spend $5 using mobile order and pay on the McD app. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer valid 6/1/23 through 12/31/23 at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. Dr. Pepper is a registered trademark of Dr. Pepper 7-Up, Inc.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others? What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
When you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. But you're clocking out and happy hour's already started. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Safe Touch offers modern options to secure your home or business with just a tap on your phone, watch, or screen. Right now, buy one outdoor camera with 24/7 recording, get one free. Visit safetouch.com. Safe Touch, peace of mind with a purpose. State license number EF200019945.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
The podcast Journalista tells the improbable life story of Courtney Cookie Hood. Follow Cookie's adventures from working for CBS News in Managua during the Nicaraguan Civil War to blowing the lid off the Iran-Contra scandal and almost taking down the Reagan presidency.
They're assuming that I know what I'm doing, that I'm a journalist. I wasn't. I was being thrown into the Coliseum to the lions. I had not a clue.
Listen to Journalista on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Get A+ savings on a huge selection of like new certified pre-owned Nissans at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
On the street in just a bit. Plus, the next episode is coming up soon. First, before we get to you and your dispatches, so you don't have to wait on the phones or anything, just record a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. Use technology so we can talk to each other. Why not? That sounds fun. I want to tell you this before all of that. The mayor of Tampa, Florida, is in the news, and she almost had an awesome catch. For some reason, she decided she was going to release it in a different way as she was out fishing. Jane Castor, they say. She is the mayor of Tampa. She worked with the Tampa Police Department for 31 years before becoming mayor, so maybe that's why she did what she did here. She was fishing in the Florida Keys with some family members. And let me see. I want to bring this up. So
please go to the Fox 35 interview with her.
Oh, did they talk to her?
Yes, and it's very sound clip worthy.
I didn't see that. Hang on. I wanted to bring up this at least real quick. Here is the photo of what she caught whilst out fishing, and it is a whole bunch of cocaine. They found a package in the water, and she's like, whoa, what's that? And it was 70 pounds of cocaine with a street value of $1.1 million, they said. They said Castor's family was fishing for mahi-mahi when they caught the coke. The mayor's brother noticed this package bobbing in the water.
And she goes, I used to work in law enforcement, so I'm pretty familiar. I think it's been out there for a while because the plastic has deteriorated.
Oh, really? God almighty. I've never seen anything like this in my time. I've never seen like any drugs floating in the water. No square groupers.
I had a friend catch a square grouper.
Really?
Of weed.
And just reeled it in?
He said it was useless.
Why?
Because it was,
it was like soaked in like the water had gotten in
compromised.
there?
It had been in that salty water.
Okay, we're going to go to those dispatches in a moment. I was trying to see the interview on Fox 35 we were talking about, but I don't see it right here on the main page. Instead, we'll get a couple of thoughts in before we get geared up for the next episode. You find 20 pounds? No, 70 pounds of cocaine. That, if you wanted to be a bad person, if you wanted to be bad, that would be a lot of money for you. Damn it, man.
What?
Here's a dispatch from Buttface McBallsack, and it says...
You signed up for your own app?
It says, props to you, Sean. Yeah, maybe it's going to be good, maybe it's going to be bad, but either way, let's take a listen here.
I think my favorite thing about the News Junkie app is I can make as many accounts as I want.
All right.
With that being said, I want to give a couple kudos to you, Sean. I'm assuming you're the one behind this. You figured out how to get the YouTube channel up by putting the little countdown over the music.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a job. I see that on the VOD the other day. You also took out the Star Spangled Banner. I'm assuming that was a football copyright. So instead of having to take down the whole VOD, you just snip that part. Love it. And I've meant to email about this in the past, but I think it's great that you're finally doing a little snippet, little clips as a separate upload.
Mm-hmm.
I think the more of those you do, the more views you're going to get individually from the channel, and then the more people are going to start watching live. I know they're not getting as many views as some of your more popular stuff, but I think those multiple, or at least daily, Monday through Sunday.
Honed into the strategy.
Monday through Sunday. Every day of the week uploads, I think is really going to help boost the channel.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's a big update for the app if you're on that side of things that I think is going to bring everything together. The website is almost done. I know that people think I don't finish projects, but I do every once in a while. The studio is done. Perfect timing on that.
Yeah. I love that. I love that for you.
Just really couldn't be better, the timing on
I'm taking the boob to Maitland.
You know, we got 2 boobs, so if you want to take it with you, I'm trying to figure out some things, like...
I think I want to get a cardboard cutout just to sit here.
Yeah.
Just in case, you know.
Somebody mentioned that. Somebody said, like, put dummies in their places, and I said...
Anyone has a cardboard cutout life-size guy, let me know.
The ideal situation would be, starting with C-Lane going back to the little mini studio they're going to hide him in. If we could have backgrounds in those shots that are visually similar, if we can have that in a high-quality camera, which we're working on all that stuff for this inevitable move for C-Lane and Sabrina to go back to the station, then it'll be visually consistent, and then there'll be no problem. It'll be fine. And no matter where we're doing the show, it'll always look the same, sound the same. People want that. They want the consistency. What I refuse to do when iHeart came at me with this, it's like, I'm not going to just let the show degrade quality-wise because you've come up with some immediate idea that you want imposed where they go back to the studio. It's like, let's take a second here. Let's figure this out. Let's make it so everybody is still having a good time with the show and the quality does not drop at all, because that is super, super, super important to me. I think it's obvious if you're listening to the show that I focus on those things. One more. Here's Guitar Slinger, and he's talking about kids and parents.
Hey guys, you know me, I like to keep things light and stupid, but what I see with kids nowadays is children kind of learn from their parents' behavior how to act. It's parents and the other people around them that teach them social mores and the difference between right and wrong. And there's so many people now that think they don't have to follow the rules don't apply to them.
There's
I'm
a lot
special.
of that.
Well, guess what? The kids are picking up on that as well. And that's, I think, where you have a problem, is a whole mentality of the rules are for everybody else. And the kids pick up on that. They're quicker than you think.
I agree to a certain extent. The thing I don't agree with you on is this. Damn it, I'm going to screw it up again. What was the case about the young woman who they didn't know how old she was? They thought maybe she was a kid or maybe
Natalia Grace.
Yeah, Natalia Grace. Curious case of Natalia Grace. That's what I was trying to think of. I always screw up her name. When you look at somebody like her, I don't think that it was anything to do with the people who are raising her that led her to be somebody who is like violent and threatens people and pulls out knives. And I think people are born like that. I think somebody who is
maybe it's Maybelline
dangerous like that. Some cases, at least, they're born like that. Some cases, it is a product of their environment. If you talk about like gang violence and stuff, that's obviously a product of your environment. That's what's around you. That's what surrounds you. And you get into that because those are the things that are closest to you and the things that your friends are doing and stuff. But in some cases, as I'm saying here, there are kids that are just demon children. And they are, with whether they had the best parents in the world or not, they are destined to do bad things. And that sucks because you can't fix that. There's not a lot you could do. All right. Let's see. It's a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
Well, what's coming up on the next episode? Olivia Newton-John goes from getting physical to orbital, as in she's a blue orb now. Sandy! What does a Lord of the Rings quiz and a box of animal bones have in common? Apparently a first date with Elon Musk. Plus, let's check in on Ben Shapiro's prediction of Barbie's box office haul. Oh boy. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7. It's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and SecuredRoofingAndRestoration.com. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Mike, and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the intense heat and high humidity. Forecast highs soaring to the upper 90s with feels like temperatures potentially reaching 115 degrees. It's important to limit outdoor activities and make sure you're staying hydrated. Rain chances will be low, mainly after 2-3 o'clock at 20% coverage. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Since 2010, Blindster has sold millions of custom blinds, shades, and shutters to satisfied customers across the country with 20,000 five-star reviews and an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. Custom blinds at low prices and free shipping. Blindster.com.
I want you to remember this company, Phoenix American Hospitality. Visit PAHinvest.com. Their team buys world-class hotel brands like Marriott, Hilton, and Hyatt, then maximizes the profits of each operation. While the rest of America deals with the yo-yo stock market, Phoenix American Hospitality has paid their REIT investors more than 12% in annualized profits. Capitalize on the travel boom and diversify your portfolio. Visit PAHinvest.com.
Past performance does not indicate future results.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch? Every day, from lunch to late night. Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Hey, Savannah, I was thinking today we could head to one of the big old theme parks.
Yeah, you and $10 million tourists get ready for 2-hour lines and a 3-minute ride.
Well, let's go to Gatorland.
I was going to say that, and not just because it's a Gatorland commercial.
We can enjoy all the great animal shows and gators for less, since Florida residents get in for only $16.50 till the end of August.
That's way less than parking at a big park.
Wait, they make your car pay to go to a theme park?
Yep, and the cars don't even get to ride rides.
More fun for less money at Gatorland.
And we don't make your car pay to just sit there.
Try new extra charged Dunkin' Refreshers with 50% more caffeine. Yes, 50% more caffeine. Available for a limited time, so try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Drinks are fruit flavored, contain 0 to 1% fruit juice. Price and participation may vary.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
HCA Florida Healthcare is here for everyone in your family at every stage of life, providing comprehensive, personalized care. Because healthier tomorrows are what we're all about. Learn more at hcafloridahealthcare.com.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds, Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's what Fence Outlet customers have to say about their experience.
Now that the kids are getting older, we needed to get a fence installed because we don't want them wandering into the lake in our backyard, and we most certainly did not want the alligators crawling into our backyard either. So once we called, they came and they surveyed our yard. They showed us what the options were, and within a couple of weeks, they installed the fence, and we were good to go. I'm glad we picked Fence Outlet. They did a really good job.
See for yourself. Go to fenceoutlet.com. That's fenceoutlet.com.
License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Did you do it yet? Have you opened the free iHeartRadio app and listened to this station to be entered to win $5,000? Each day you come back to listen on the iHeartRadio app is another entry for $5,000 in cash. It pays to listen on the free iHeartRadio app. Download it today.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit notimetowait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
Facebook. More than a place to remind you of birthdays. Find us and like us. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
next episode in just a moment. All things happening in the world of entertainment and beyond. Also, we got Fritz on the Street on the way. We got a packed show today, so let's jump into things. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I shot that bitch dead.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day. Hold up.
The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguyDon.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show. Refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation. Perhaps you just want to talk to a cool guy. Head over to thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It was 79 years ago, 1944. Sean, you remember this.
I was not alive.
The Forest Service and Wartime Advertising Council, sounds like they get a lot of vagina, unleashed their hairy new fire prevention bear.
Oh, Smokey the Bear.
Yeah.
Or is it
That was very exciting.
Is it Smokey Bear or Smokey the Bear? Okay. So no the. Take the
They're
the.
saying the bear.
They don't know.
Maybe that's the Eddie Arnold song. But yeah, Smokey Bear. A few years later, country singer Eddie Arnold did a song about him called Smokey the Bear in 1952. You remember that one, 1952.
I was not alive then either.
13 years ago.
The Smokey Bear guy was arrested.
What? No.
No, one time the Smokey Bear guy got arrested for lighting a fire, didn't he?
The man who dressed as Smokey Bear?
I'm almost positive.
Yeah,
I know
right.
it sounds stupid, but I'll look it
Well,
up.
13 years ago, you were alive, so was I in 2010, and we just talked about it. It was that famous flight attendant, Steven Slater, who quit JetBlue.
Oh, the JetBlue guy. Yeah.
By sliding down the plane's emergency chute at JFK International Airport. Here's some audio from it.
What a fun time.
And, I mean, just the hits keep coming on this day. It was 19 years ago that this band right here and their bus driver dumped 800 pounds of poop on the people of Chicago.
I thought we already revisited that.
Oh, it's, all right, I got to be honest. It was yesterday and I missed it.
Oh, unbelievable.
And I'm very sorry. So
Try
here
to stay
we
on
are.
top of things, please.
But I imagine the next morning they're like, God, remember that 800 pounds of poop that fell on us? Tuesday marks 19 years since a group of people taking a river cruise were hit with poop from Dave Matthews Band's tour bus. It was an afternoon when people on an architectural boat cruise traveling along the Chicago River got an unwelcome surprise while passing under the Knizzey Street Bridge. The DMB Band tour bus was driving across, dumped 800 pounds of that poo-poo. Chicago Tribune reporter was among the passengers hit with human waste, and the newspaper described the substance from the tour bus as foul, liquid substance, and horrific.
Well, it was Boyd's bus, and he's not in the band anymore, so...
Yeah, he's out.
Wait, they all got their own bus?
Real quick correction here. It was not Smokey Bear that got arrested for lighting a forest fire. Had things twisted.
All right.
It was former McGruff the Crime Dog actor, John Morales, who got arrested in 2011 for having 2 marijuana grow operations.
Okay. Hashtag never forget. Hashtag always remember. Happy Dave Matthews Band Tour Bus Poop Incident Day to those who celebrate.
A day late.
A big celebration for Taylor Swift and SZA as they lead the VMA nominees. And this might be the only time that I talk about the VMAs.
Good for them.
Not as big as it used to be.
No. What was was it that one that Kanye interrupted?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Taylor
think
Swift?
so, yeah.
Well, here we are, and I don't
I'm
know.
going to let you finish.
He's invited, scoring 5 nods apiece. Nicki Minaj, Miley Cyrus, Olivia Rodrigo, Sam Smith, Kim Petras, and Doja Cat. And it's very much about the ladies this year. Women dominate the top category, Video of the Year, for the first time ever in its history. This will be, does it say how many they've had? Nope. Well, it's going to be a lot. I feel like it's been over 10 of them. So
Oh,
we'll go with
God.
that.
Yeah.
What? Yeah, the first one was held in 84.
There you go.
Okay,
Thank you very
so,
much.
Yeah, almost 40 of them.
September 12th. And that's almost the amount of years that Tory Lanez got for shooting Megan Thee Stallion. They have sentenced him to 10 years for shooting her in the foot. That was back in December. He was convicted of 3 felonies: assault with a semi-automatic firearm, having a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle, and discharging a firearm with gross negligence. He should have been charged a fourth time for shooting Megan Thee Stallion, that sweet, sweet rapper lady.
Right in the hoof.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't he get charged for shooting her?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
This
Correction
is what
police over here.
you just got the 10 years.
Prior to sentencing, Lanes asked the judge for mercy, a sentence of either probation or minimal time in prison, and the judge said no. He's 31 years old. We'll see him when he's 41.
Is 1020 life still a thing? I know that was like more of I think that was more of a Florida thing.
Yeah, was that a Jeb
That
Bush
was New
thing?
York.
But the whole they used to have the billboards about it and everything. If you were in South Florida, it was 1020 Vita. But
It's still around.
Never
1020
hear
Life
about
is
it
still there.
anymore.
Let's check on Ben Shapiro. It was the week after Barbie had opened that he took to his platform and made a 40-minute video criticizing the box office hit, calling it too woke, a flaming garbage heap of a film. And at the beginning of the video, he made a bit of a prediction.
Week one, this thing is going to clean up at the domestic box.
Okay, I also want to note that I went to grab this clip and I went back to Twitter and I'm like, or X, and I was like, this must be sped up. I must have it on 2 times speed. Nope, this is how he talks normally, all the time.
Box office. My prediction is going to just absolutely fall off a cliff after that. The repeat business on this movie is going to be non-existent because it was written by 2 people who are so smug and self-satisfied, and Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach, that they have no audience.
So those of you that are not on cocaine, he says Barbie is just absolutely going to fall off a cliff after week 1.
He's not cool enough to do cocaine.
How wrong could he be? Of course, it hit the 1 billion mark at the box office. And now some people even mentioned Shapiro's stint as he tried to become a screenwriter back in the day when he was younger.
Yeah, he wanted to be a part of Hollywood
And
for a
saying
long time.
that this is why he failed to be successful. Shapiro himself responded to the comments about his prediction, writing, I radically overestimated the taste of the American public. Guilty. So there you have it. As we continue on this Barbie train, choo-choo, big congratulations to Ryan Gosling. He is now the 15th Mickey Mouse Club member to have a Hot 100 hit.
Is that true?
Yeah, because of I'm Just Ken, Ryan Gosling now amongst Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and Annette Funicello.
Don't know her.
I don't remember
Annette
her from Mickey.
Funicello? Yeah, she was like one of the original Mouseketeers.
What was her Hot 100 hit?
She was older though, wasn't she?
Yeah,
like
she was like in the 50s.
She was like the adults.
When
it wasn't little kids doing it.
Annette Funicello.
Oh, yep. She had 10 hits. Oh, they all have between 1959 and 1961. Tall Paul and Oh, Dio Mio. Now then we have Johnny Crawford.
Are these real people?
Nope, that's from the 50s. Mickey Mouse Club in the 50s. They say
Points.
also Johnny Crawford and Paul Peterson are the other originals who made the charts. Then we have Albert Fields, Tiffany Hale, Chase Hampton, Dee Magno, Damon Pamplona with the all-new Mickey Mouse Club that formed in the early 90s. Their biggest hit being In My Dreams in 92. Sean, do you remember that one?
I was 11 years old.
And then, of course, the ones that we all know, NSYNC, Britney Spears, Christina, and Mr. Gosling, now on the charts. And if you want, you can get yourself a Weird Barbie. Despite the point of Weird Barbie being...
Isn't that a character? It's the character in the movie, right?
Yeah, it's the one who Kate McKinnon plays. It's a kooky Barbie, but it was the whole thing that, like, you took and destroyed some of your Barbies, and that's what she
Oh,
represented.
it's like all the other pieces put together on one.
That and, like,
Okay.
you cut their hair and kind of mess up their makeup, weird clothes, rip off their legs.
I see.
And now it's available. Limited edition Weird Barbie doll features a bright pink dress with a colorful artwork and puffy sleeves, green snakeskin boots, and takes away from the actual purpose of destroying your Barbie on your own. It's a $50 collectible.
Damn.
Will be made to order and delivered by May of 2024. On the boob tube, we've got...
Everybody knows that he's the fire preventing bear.
The bear, not on the boob tube, but I want it to drop. A fourth season premiere of High School Musical, the musical on Disney Plus, LA Fire and Rescue on NBC, series premiere of Superfan on CBS, a game show where 5 fans try to prove who knows the most about their favorite music artists, featuring LL Cool J and his fans for the first episode. And also limited series Ladies First, a story of women in hip-hop on Netflix. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, stay with me, Merca.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. When we come back, the showdown is on. Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. And if you want to get your hands on this Game of Magnets entry, the Fritz Magnet, this is the only way to do it. You got to win through us. So I'm going to represent somebody in Fritz on the Street. Sabrina will represent somebody, and C-Lane will represent somebody. If we win, you win, and you get your hands on that Fritz Magnet. So now's the time to get our attention. We'll see who we're going to pick when we come back, and we'll play Fritz on the Street. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas is minutes away on Real Radio.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Watch out for an accident on the on-ramp from Colonial Drive westbound to State Road 408. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Florida's Turnpike heading northbound between State Road 429 and Oakland Exchange. Watch out for delays due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before John Young Parkway. Traffic is backed up to Conroy Road. The left lane is blocked due to an accident on Sand Lake Road and eastbound at Dr. Phillips Boulevard. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com, and I sell custom blinds designed for do-it-yourselfers. Unlike stock blinds offered at big box retailers, Blindster blinds are custom made for your windows and shipping is free. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This month, everyone's heading back to school. But while you've been busy buying new notebooks, backpacks, and lunchboxes, I've been coming up with a plan to help you buy a ride that's just too cool for school. Hey, it's RC Hill from RC Hill Mitsubishi, and I've got your key to looking fine in the car line. Right now, you could drive a nice new car for just $9 down. Don't sit in the car line with a car you hate. Ditch your old ride. You be proud to show off in the new 7-seater 2023 Outlander or the stylish Mirage. Cleanest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon, start at $15,900. And hey, if you've gotten a low credit score from the School of Hard Knocks, don't worry. My credit specialist, great on a curve, with rates from 0%. And our used car supercenter has over 100 fresh trade-ins starting at $5,900. Visit me to finish your back-to-school shopping, and you could drive home in a nicer, newer car for just $9 down. Hurry, this deal's done when the school bell rings. I'm RC Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. See all my A-plus rides at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Offers require bank approval. See dealer for details.
When it's the hottest day of the summer. But it's the hottest day of the summer. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local convenience store today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Ow. Okay, it's all right. Let's just start over. And one, and oh.
Ballroom dancing is a lot like saving for retirement.
Okay, class. Switch up partners.
Oh, thank goodness.
It's way easier with someone who knows the right moves. With Fairwinds Credit Union as your dance partner, you can glide into financial freedom by saving more and planning for your future. Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
Man, we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included, they do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman. Just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
Get ready to save with Spectrum One. You get Spectrum Internet delivering fast and reliable speeds for $49.99 a month. Free advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced privacy and security. And a free Spectrum mobile line with unlimited talk, text, and data, plus nationwide 5G. Go to spectrum.com/save more and use the Spectrum One savings calculator to see how much you can save today. Offer subject to change. Valid for qualified residential customers only. Service not available in all areas. Restrictions apply.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixin you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
I had a radio listener call me after an accident. The insurance company offered him $700. He hired me that day and we were covered $100,000. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Potential clients may not obtain same or similar results. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Morgan & Morgan. Dial pound 529 on your cell phone. Pound law. That's all.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance at $1,000.
Friends, when we play You Too Can Win. You can win the Fritz Magnet, which is only available if you get the victory in Fritz on the Street. And how you get that victory is through us. So I will pick somebody to represent. Sabrina will pick somebody to represent. And C-Lane will represent somebody in Fritz on the Street. I am choosing Eric Ford from YouTube. He is my choice, Fritz. What about you, Sabrina?
Oh, I am going to go with someone who reached out to me on Instagram for, I think, the past 4 weeks. I just saw that I said next time. And that name is Tom C.
All right, Tom C. on Instagram. What about you, C-Lane?
I'm glad you gave an initial, Sabrina, because I'm going with a person that I ran into at Publix. That would be Tom V. on Facebook.
Okay, Tom V. from Publix and Facebook. And that gets us all lined up. If you win, we win, you win, and you get yourself the Fritz Magnet. All right, the most important
Don't be
question.
thinking that means you can just stop me at Publix and pick on everybody.
Yeah, right. Not all the public interactions are going to make it to Fritz on the Street.
Some of them do, though.
Sometimes.
Shopping is a pleasure. Just don't talk to C-Lane.
All right, ready, Fritz?
I am ready.
Here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean. Hello, C-Lane.
Hello, Fritz.
Hey, Fritzy.
Hello. Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. That number, 866-CALL-MO. In first place with 262 points, that would be Christopher Lane.
All right.
In second place with 247 points, Sean Wasson.
Yeah.
And in third place with 228 points, Sabrina Ambra.
Damn, son.
So we got 262, 247, 228. 8 questions, 4 current event questions, 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point.
You do these at trivia last night there, Fritz?
I did, yes.
All
I was
right.
at Cabos Bar and Kitchen doing Fritz's Funhouse trivia. We had 8 teams. We had 8 participants.
How hammered did everyone get?
Were they a little drunk?
It was hot last night.
Yeah, we had one team that was really annoyingly drunk, but
Oh,
they
right.
they left. They
Okay.
left about an hour into it.
All right, so they're not on the panel.
They are not on the panel, thank God. Love you, though. Come back.
Stay long enough for the panel next time. We want to really throw a wrench into this game.
Next Tuesday, Cabos Bar and Kitchen. So, if you think you know it, chime in. And without further ado, let's go ahead.
Anyway, let's do some trivia, bitch.
Yeah, let's do it. Question number 1. Over the weekend, 3 arrest warrants were issued after Sabrina.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Alabama is correct.
See, I said the state.
Yep. Over the weekend, 3 arrest warrants were issued after a massive riverfront brawl in which U.S. state. Sabrina, you are correct. Montgomery, Alabama. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Alabama?
Let's go with 6.
6.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
3.
And 3 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 3, 5, and 6.
Ding, 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 ding.
Come
Who knows? Over the weekend, 3 arrest warrants were issued after a massive riverfront brawl in which U.S. state?
Alabama.
Oh, Texas.
Illinois.
Alabama? In Montgomery, Alabama.
Alabama.
Alabama?
Alabama.
That would be 6. So Sabrina starts the game with a 3-pointer on that one.
Kobe.
C-Lane with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point.
Thank you.
Not a good start for me.
No.
Nope.
We roll on to question number 2. Talking geometry.
Oh, boy.
What is the longest side of a right triangle? C-Lane?
Longest side of a right triangle.
Get
That's
back to
right.
little childhood C-Lane learning this in math class.
Longest side is
You got
C squared.
Yeah? What?
Is that your answer?
Guess not.
Can you repeat the question?
I don't,
know,
remember.
I
I
can't-
don't remember.
What is the longest side of a right triangle called?
Oh. God.
Sean.
Hypotenuse?
That is correct.
Ooh,
Nice.
I was going like 180 degrees.
I was thinking like all the shapes. I was like, it's not quadrilogram. I was like just thinking shapes in my
I
head.
mean, C squared. Close enough.
So, Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the hypotenuse?
4.
4.
3.
3 for Sabrina and 3 for C-Lane. Question 2 with answers of 3 and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone's getting it. What is the longest side of a right triangle called?
Oh, the long side. The
That's a good guess.
Obtuse?
Horrible for half Asian person.
Was that?
I said pass.
The hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse.
The hypotenuse.
Damn it!
That's 4. So Sean is hitting a 3 in response to Sabrina's. And Sabrina and C-Lane with your guess of 3, each picking up 1 point.
Fritz, just for the record, how many threes has C-Lane gotten so far?
This game?
Yeah.
0.
Oh, okay. So she'll wanted that on the record.
Let's not go crazy
Wanted
here.
the record to reflect
third
that.
No, go ahead. Then. Do your little thing.
Question 3. Last week, ex-backup dancers filed a lawsuit. Sabrina.
Lizzo.
Lizzo's correct. Last week, ex-backup dancers filed a lawsuit alleging misconduct against which musician? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Lizzo?
7.
7?
6.
6 for, who's that? I'm sorry.
That was C-Lane.
C-Lane, 6 for C-Lane.
I'm going to say 5.
And 5 for Sean. Question 3. With answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their lawsuits?
Come on,
Last week,
5.
ex-backup dancers filed a lawsuit alleging misconduct against which musician?
It's Lizzo, and that makes me sad.
Lizzo. Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Lizzo.
Big dancer. Crap. Lizzo.
That would be 7. Sabrina answers with another 3-pointer. And C-Lane with a guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
To be clear, has C-Lane gotten any 3-pointers at this point in the game?
No, that is
all right.
That is clear.
Just wanted to
No
check.
3 points.
You want me to start writing it down?
Question 4. is halfway after question 4. I will tell you who so far is leading on the day.
Not Sea-Lane.
On Fritz on the Street. Question 4 goes like this. The Georgetown District is an upscale neighborhood in which U.S.
Sabrina.
Sabrina.
That would be. Oh my God. Washington.
That is correct, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Washington, D.C. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how
My
many?
friend went to Georgetown. What?
Okay.
It was city, so.
I thought you said state.
Yeah, in which U.S. city?
Yeah, it was city.
Yeah, but Washington as the capital?
No, it's right. It's all right. Sea-Lane's thrown off by it. It's
Okay,
good.
gotcha. Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do
Give
you
me a
think
heart
said
palp.
D.C.? I didn't know, to be honest with you.
I didn't know either.
I will go. Well, in that case, maybe the people don't know. 4.
4 for Sabrina.
3.
3 for Sean.
5.
And 5 for Sea-Lane. Question 4 with answers of 3, 4, and 5. The Georgetown District is an upscale neighborhood in which U.S. city?
Washington, D.C. D.C.?
In D.C. D.C. Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
D.C.
Washington, D.C. Oh, God. Is that D.C.? I have no idea.
8.
Damn, all 8 of them got that.
No idea. No clue. So no points awarded on that one. That means through 4 in first place with 8 points, we have Sabrina Ambra / Tom C. In second and third place, we have a tie of 3 points each.
No.
Christopher Lane / Tom V.
Oh my gosh! All the smack that you've been talking,
All the smack.
and you only have 3 points as well.
I'm going to win.
Okay, bud.
And Sean Wasson
Sure about that?
/ Eric F. I changed Eric Ford to Eric F.
Okay.
Okay.
4 questions remaining. Question 5. On Tuesday, over 11,000 municipal workers vowed to strike for 24 hours.
Sabrina?
In which Sabrina?
Oh God. In which? That would be California.
That is incorrect.
All right.
I want the rest of the question.
Yes, please.
In which
Okay,
U.S. city?
chill.
Sean.
Sean.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is correct.
Yeah.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Los Angeles?
1.
1.
What was that look?
3 for Sea-Lane
4.
and 4.
Now I know what Sea-Lane's "that's a really dumb guess" face looks like.
I mean, I don't know. I was.
And 4
That
for
was a bold guess. I thought. I didn't think it was dumb.
We'll see.
Question 5 with answers of 1, 3, and 4.
Ding, ding, ding.
On Tuesday,
Damn
over
it.
11,000 municipal workers vowed to strike for
8, I'm gonna
24
lose it.
hours in which U.S. city?
San Francisco. New York.
New York City. L.A.
No idea.
Pass.
Okay.
Miami, because that's a hole.
Damn.
Okay. Say that to Miami's face.
Miami taking strays. God almighty.
That's 2. So Sean and Sea-Lane with a guess of 1 and 3, picking up 1 point.
Oh,
each.
look, we're still tied.
Damn it, man.
No, Sean got that right. So
Oh,
it's-
yeah, I got the question right. Ha
1 up.
Back in the lead.
3 questions remaining.
No,
Question-
you're not.
Okay, you two. Stop flirting.
Question 6. Which actress has had roles in Hannibal, The Big Lebowski, and Boogie Nights?
Sea-Lane.
Sea-Lane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hannibal, Boogie Nights, and what was the third one?
The Big Lebowski.
Sabrina.
The Big Lebowski. Damn, it's on the tip
Sabrina
of my
here.
tongue.
Sabrina. I think
I don't know.
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
Jodie Foster.
That is incorrect.
All right. What?
Heather Graham?
No.
That would be Julianne Moore.
Son of a bitch.
Julianne
Damn it.
Moore.
Jodie Foster's not a crazy guess.
Is she in Boogie Nights?
Yeah. She was a small role in the background.
Not in Big Lebowski.
Said that confidently, but I
in the
don't know.
background for that.
Sean, you got question 5.
I don't even think she's in Hannibal.
Okay, dude. You are on a roll today with correcting me.
Sean, you
One
got
more.
question 5 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Julianne Moore?
3.
3.
3.
3 for Sea-Lane.
Get off him.
2.
And 2 for Sabrina. Question 6 with answers of 2 and 3.
Ding, 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 ding.
Which actress has had roles in Hannibal, The Big Lebowski, and Boogie Nights?
Julianne Moore.
Heather Graham. Oh my God. Like, I absolutely love her. Beautiful redhead. Julianne Moore. Jesus. Sorry.
Okay.
I have no idea.
I want to say Michelle Pfeiffer, but I know it's not her.
Oh,
Yeah, I got nothing.
Don't know.
Jody something. I don't know.
Exactly.
That would be 2. So Sabrina's picking up 2 points, and Sean and C-Lane with your guess of 3 picking up 1 point each. Moving on to question 7 now. Recently, which director?
C-Lane.
C-Lane?
William Friedkin.
That is incorrect. Recently, that was a good guess though. Recently, which director became the first solo? Sean?
Greta Gerwig.
That is correct. Greta Gerwig. Full question. Recently, which director became the first solo female to earn $1 billion at the box office with one film? Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Greta Gerwig?
There's a lot of females on this panel. 6.
6.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
6.
And 6 for C-Lane.
Get off me.
Question 7 with answers of 6 and 7. Recently, which director became the first solo female to earn $1 billion at the box office with one film?
Pass. Damn it.
I don't know her name. It's the Barbie movie, though.
Yep.
Pass.
Crap. It's the Barbie one.
Yeah.
It's the one that did Barbie. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you.
Damn.
To save my life.
No idea. Greta Gerwig.
Greta
Gerwig. Barbie. Greta Gerwig.
That would be 3.
Jesus.
No points awarded.
They all knew it, but they didn't know it.
Makes $1 billion. No one remembers her name.
Damn.
Nope, that's flying outside of the radar path, I guess. One question remaining. That means let's go to the leaderboard. In first place with 10 points on today's game, Sabrina Ambra / Tom C.
All right.
In second place with 7 points, Sean Wasson / Eric F. And in third place with 5 points, Christopher Lane / Tom V. So we have 10, 7, 5. We move on to question number 8. What is the capital of New Hampshire? C-Lane.
New Hampshire.
Good old New Hampshire.
Hampyville.
Not
NH.
old Hampshire.
Yeah, you're right.
Capital New Hampshire.
Jodie Foster.
I got a guess. I don't know if it's right, but I got a guess.
All right.
Do you got one?
Tell Zealand.
Covington.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
Sean?
Oh, I just forgot my guess. New Hampshire. No.
Whoa.
Sorry. Oh my God, what was my guess?
Come
New
on.
Hampshire.
It's
Hannaford? No. I
That is
lost
incorrect.
it.
Can you repeat the question?
What is the capital of New Hampshire?
One of my favorite states. That would be Sabrina. What's up,
He
dude?
wants to make sure you're not cheating.
Can I think? I have to look in your eyes.
You don't have to look at my eyes.
What's up, dude?
Bismarck.
That is Concord.
I had it. That's what I was going to say too, and I forgot it.
He
Damn
said
it.
Covington, which probably threw
Big
you
Duck
off.
Millionaire really screwed you on that one, huh?
Sean?
Can I talk to you during commercial break?
Sean, you got question 7 right. We will start with you.
Awkward up in
A little bit. He's on it.
Awkward.
Well, I mean, I think he's right.
Sean
For
was
the
on
record,
me.
It just happened that Bismarck was in chat, and that's the
Is
capital of North
Bismarck
Dakota.
okay. Is it also maybe a capital that I love to say? I also love
I've
Bismarck.
never heard you talk about Bismarck ever.
Because I do that in my private life. Thank you.
Hey, all right, whatever works for you.
Damn it.
Sean, you got question 7 right. We will start with
so
you.
annoying.
Definitely stole from chat though.
Yeah.
Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Concord, like the grape jelly?
Sorry for the awkwardness, Fritz.
That's all good.
Shut up.
4.
4.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3.
What was that?
for C.
3.
Question 8 with answers of 2, 3, and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Concord? What is the capital of New Hampshire?
Pass.
Canterbury. Where the first shots were fired. Something, not Valley Ford, the other one. I couldn't remember.
Concord.
New Hampshire City.
Concord, because there was a song in elementary school. No idea.
I'm totally blanking. Pass.
That
All
would
right.
be 2. That means Sabrina's picking up 2 points on that one, and C-Lane with a guess of 3, picking up 1 point. Woo! That means winning on the day with 12 points, Sabrina Ambra and / Tom C. And in second place with 7 points, Sean Wasson / Eric F. In third place with 6 points, Christopher Lane / Tom V.
Sorry, Tommy.
That means in first place and still leading on Fritz on the Street with 268 points, Christopher Lane. In second place with 254 points, Sean Wasson. And in third place with 240 points, Sabrina Ambra, and that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fred.
Thanks, Fritzy.
And Tom C., who Sabrina was representing in Fritz on the Street, please do email me, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and we'll get you all set up with the Fritz magnet. It's waiting for you. There are very few of these, very, very limited. And if you ever want to see all of the magnets that are out there in circulation for Game of Magnets, even some really rare ones, you can go over to thenewsjunkie.com. There's a whole Game of Magnets section over there with stuff about the game and all of that good stuff. So go check that out. Check out Fritz on Instagram. It's no_regrets_coyote on Instagram. And I want you to finally do something. Do this for me, for Fritz, and for you, more importantly. Go to Fritz's Trivia and check them out. Fritz's Funhouse Trivia is an awesome time. It's interactive, it's fun, and you need to check it out. So to do that, to see when Fritz is going to be out there, no_regrets_coyote on Instagram. Thanks, Fritz. You going to hang out with us?
Hell yeah.
Thank God. All right, we got some fun on the way for you today, for sure. And when we come back, we'll hear from some of your dispatches. Plus, who do people really, really, really not like? Well, we're going to figure that out. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show, the Picasso of Palatka.
I don't even know what to say to that.
The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Lee Road. The left lane is blocked. Traffic is backed up to Parr Street. You can expect delays due to an accident blocking the left lane on Sand Lake Road heading eastbound at Dr. Phillips Boulevard. Checking into congestion heading through the city. Watch out for delays on I-4 between Ivanhoe Boulevard and Robinson Street. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. If you're like many people, you may think custom blinds is a job for expensive professionals. Well, at Blindster, if you have a tape measure and a screwdriver, you can install our custom blinds and save big. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Everyone's headed back to school, and I've got your key to looking fine in the car line. Hey, it's R.C. Hill from R.C. Hill Mitsubishi. Right now, you could drive a nice new car for just $9 down. Ditch your old ride. You'd be proud to show off in the new 7-seater 2023 Outlander or the stylish Mirage. Cleanest gas car in America, 43 miles per gallon starting at $15,900. Hurry, this deal's done when the school bell rings. I'm R.C. Hill. I'm your car dealer next door. See all my A-plus rides at rchill.com.
Offers require bank approval. See dealer for details.
Take control of your health and your wallet at healthfinder.fl.gov. Your one-stop shop to compare medical facilities in your area. From copays to x-rays, asthma treatment, and ultrasounds, healthfinder.fl.gov gives you a straight answer on cost and lets you compare against providers. Choose wisely. Live healthy at healthfinder.fl.gov. Paid for by the Agency for Healthcare Administration.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Now 60 seconds on scams and frauds. From the Federal Trade Commission, this is Terry Miller, a consumer ed specialist. What do people need to know to avoid student loan repayment scams?
People's student loan repayments are restarting in October. One of the best ways to avoid scams is to find out how the process will work at studentaid.gov/repay. We expect scammers to blast out robocalls and texts saying they can help you with your loans. So to avoid their scams, know that you never need to pay for help with your student loans. There's nothing a company can do for you that you can't do for yourself for free. Also, don't trust anyone who gets in touch promising debt relief or loan forgiveness, even if they say they're affiliated with the Department of Education. They promise special access to repayment plans and forgiveness options that actually just don't exist. So as you're getting ready to restart repayment, start at studentaid.gov/repay for free information and to get free help.
That's studentaid.gov/repay.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order butter burger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixing you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds, Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
If you ride a motorcycle in Florida, someone can hit you and hurt you and legally not have insurance to pay you. Uninsured motorist coverage can help save you from financial ruin. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Best price the first time. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Real Radio has your chance at a
just like one of the regular people out there. Now, I'm not just some politician who's out of touch with everybody. I'm just like you. And then when you do the just like you thing, you really screw it up. And that's what happened here, I think, to Mike Pence, the former vice president, because he did a campaign ad. He's out there doing his stuff. And he made this campaign ad where he's at the gas station in what's supposed to be his truck. And he's just like a regular person, just filling up his gas.
Hey, everybody. Mike Pence here.
There you go.
Remember $2 a gallon gas? I do.
I do, yeah.
And then Joe Biden became president of the United States and launched his war on energy. Since that time, gasoline prices are up 60%. Electricity prices...
Hey, Mike Pence, we know you're not putting gas in the car. You haven't selected a grade of fuel. You're just standing there next to the truck.
Oh, but there are some that come with 3 pumps for each. So if you grab the nozzle...
I've never even seen that.
Yeah, like if you go to one, instead of pressing the button, it has like 3 different hoses.
This man is not pumping gas into this truck
not.
right now. This man is standing next to a truck, and he's
He did it a long time ago.
This is for my ad.
Prices are up 25%. Joe Biden's war on energy is causing real hardship for working families, small businesses.
No, I can tell he's not pumping the gas because the thing's beeping at him to insert his credit card.
Hey, dummy, make a selection or put in the credit card info. And he's like, I'm shooting a commercial here. Please, just leave me alone. Mike Pence, just like the rest of us, except for with an inability to properly pretend like he's filling up his car with gas. Even I can do that. Right now, it's rough in a couple parts of Hawaii, including in Maui, where there's some wildfires that are very bad. The AP says wind-whipped wildfires, that's tough, raced through parts of Hawaii on Wednesday, burning down businesses in a historic town on the island of Maui, forcing evacuations and leading some to flee to the relative safety of the ocean, where they were rescued by the Coast Guard. So these fires were encroaching in on some people, and they thought the best thing we could do here is just swim out into the ocean to get away from the fires, and the boats had to come pick them up out there. Fire was widespread in Lahaina town, including on Front Street, an area that's popular with tourists. County of Maui spokesperson Mahina Martin said by phone early Wednesday. Traffic has been very heavy there as people are trying to evacuate, but like this whole town, they're saying do not go to Lahaina town. Do not go there. This is really, really bad, and there's a lot that's burning down right now. The Coast Guard is on this, and so far there's only one injury, which is a firefighter that's in stable condition after inhaling some smoke. Otherwise, everybody seems to be okay, but probably some big property damage going to happen from that one.
There's a hurricane, I think, that's also fueling it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like they don't have enough to deal with. Jesus. Yeah, they've got some problems going on there right now, and we'll see how it all goes for them. I'm going to get into some people.
The cost of paradise.
Who aren't necessarily all that liked in a moment here, if we can work that in. But the FAA, speaking of people who we don't like, is announcing that they are now going to be aggressively cracking down on unruly passengers. How many stories have we had this year about somebody freaking out on the plane, like the lady yesterday we brought up the new details about her where she said, that guy back there isn't real. And that's just one freak out on a plane. There's been so many of these that we've seen. And the FAA has announced another 22 cases that they're referring to the FBI. I don't think people realize this, but if you screw up on a plane and you get in trouble, and the FAA wants to go after you, it's a federal thing.
Right.
The FBI is going to come after you. You could pay fines in the tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars. You could face actual serious jail time. Like, it's a big deal for you to screw up like this.
Yes, it's a federal it's a federal offense, and they can put a bunch of fines on you. But couldn't you also argue that an excessive fine like that would not would the punishment would be too much for the crime?
I don't know. We have to ask.
Like, isn't that part of the Bill of Rights?
Well, the problem is everybody's so used to just getting away with it
rights
because the FBI and the FAA did nothing about this for a long time. Only the most aggressive of incidents were pushed forward to get some kind of charge. These are ones that involve physical or sexual assaults and some bizarre actions that happened as well. For instance, one passenger who's in trouble airdropped a bomb threat to other passengers in October of last year. And the American Airlines passenger was arrested after he sent a message saying he was going to blow up the plane.
I think Apple's pinning that up. I think when AirDrop first dropped, for lack of a better
if you
term,
will,
you could do it pretty anonymously. And now I think they're like putting names along with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's easier to trace.
You know what else they're going after? And these people could be like spending time behind bars. They could be spending time in federal prison for this. They could be facing huge, huge fines as they're now getting more aggressive in pursuing these. But some of the people, at least two of them, are incidents of smoking on a plane. And one person is vaping on a plane.
Yep.
So two people were smoking actual
They're-
cigarettes.
Really?
Yeah. Or pot
ballsy.
or something else. And one person was vaping on board the plane, and they're possibly facing federal charges for vaping, which, am I crazy? Wasn't there a little while where it was kind of Wild Wild West where people actually were vaping on planes?
Yeah. But are they getting caught in the bathroom or like doing it,
It doesn't
at
say.
their seat?
It doesn't say where they were doing it in these cases. And maybe they were told to stop multiple times. You never know.
When did they outlaw smoking on planes? The 80s?
I don't know. Let's see here.
I remember my grandmother being able to smoke when we were traveling when I was very young.
Yeah, I mean, we know that, I'm sure all of us, maybe I'm wrong about this, but I've definitely traveled on multiple planes with ashtrays still in them.
I think I'm in that, like, kind of in-between period where I've flown on a plane that has an ashtray, but I don't remember ever being on a plane where somebody else has been smoking.
Oh, my God. What's your guess of what year smoking on airlines was banned?
I feel like it was like 95 or 6.
All right. What do you think, C-Lane?
Because of the way you're saying this, 1994?
Okay. What do you think, Fritz?
1980.
2000. It was 2000.
I zigged when I should have zagged.
In 1988, airlines based in the United States banned smoking on flights of less than 2 hours, which was extended in 1990 to flights of less than 6 hours, which that's virtually all domestic flights at that point in time, minus a like Florida to Alaska jaunt. You're not going over that. And so in that time in 1990, most of the domestic flights you weren't allowed to smoke on. International flights, it wasn't banned until 2000. So that's not, well, I guess, it's getting longer and longer ago now. But right, yeah, that's when they started doing that. And they're going after people more aggressively, and they should.
It'd be weird to think that, like, you've been on planes for a while and smoking's not been an option, and then you're flying over to Paris or something, and they're like, all right, everybody, and,
smoke up.
The smoking light has been turned off. I always wonder if they can still turn that light off.
Yeah.
So now I can unironically say, I can remember when you used to be able to smoke on planes.
Right. The wild thing to me is I thought that I would always have the same opinion on this. I think that sometimes about different stuff. My opinion evolves over time as I learn things, as I discover more about things, and then I hone in what I think is like the most morally right opinion on something, especially if it's a controversial thing. But with this, when they started banning smoking in places, this happened fast. They did this at restaurants. Most restaurants adopted this.
Right.
Most of the big chains and stuff. But I remember going to the smoking section or going to not smoking. And then they rolled it out to you can't smoke in bars, you can't do this. So there's virtually places indoors, you're not allowed to smoke these days. There's virtually any places where you can still do that. I thought that I would always go, oh, that's stupid. This is dumb. But I actually am with it now. I would never want to go into a restaurant where they're like, do you want smoking or non-smoking? I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to go into a restaurant where people were smoking and we pretend like we used to that the smoke isn't going to go over the glass barrier that's next to you. And you got some guy that's just chain smoking cigarettes. I wouldn't want to do that. No, I don't even want to be in a bar anymore if somebody's smoking like that. So my mind's changed a lot on that. I think that's a good thing that we've done. It makes the situation more comfortable for everybody, and more people benefit. There is a lot to get to here, and we're going to have to take a quick break before we get to you. I see some dispatches that we need to touch on. We got a situation that's unfolding on a reality television show that we need to talk about. Actually, two of them. Two crazy things that have just happened on reality television shows, believe it or not. That plus jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
In a world of ever-changing algorithms, you can still find us here. Real Radio 104.1 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Clay Travis. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
UCF's John Reese Plumlee was named today to the watch list for the Davey O'Brien Award. That honors college football's top quarterback. Florida has been tapped to play in an early season college hoop showcase. The Gators are one of 4 teams in the NIT season tip-off. And Nickelodeon's alternate broadcast of Super Bowl 58 will not include ads for beer, spirits, or sports books, even as those air on CBS. I'm Scott Davidson.
The brilliant EQE SUV from Mercedes-Benz, available with digital light technology. So smart, even the headlamps are thinking. The vehicle's all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more. MBUSA.com/EQE-SUV.
You can experience firsthand the real benefits of battery-powered outdoor landscaping equipment by Stihl at your local Tools Ace Hardware. And remember, Stihl products are only sold through servicing dealers like Tools Ace Hardware, which means you can't find Stihl equipment at the big box stores. Stihl battery-powered equipment has long run times and the ability to switch easily between multiple tools, like edgers, trimmers, and blowers. Stop by one of Tools Ace Hardware's 10 Stihl locations with service and repair centers right inside their stores. It's no secret Stihl outdoor power equipment is synonymous with quality and reliability. And now you can get that same great quality and reliability from Stihl's brand new outdoor battery-powered tools and equipment. With 12 locations all throughout Central Florida, chances are there's a Tools near you. Find your Tools Ace Hardware and shop online for your brand new Stihl battery-powered outdoor tools and equipment at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace Hardware, your local helpful place.
Can we talk about your allergies? I know, there's nothing you can do for them, right? Well, thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus, there is.
More than 8 out of 10 Aspire patients find relief that lasts for years. Even people like you who thought there was no cure for their allergies. Look, inflation is still a thing, and those over-the-counter allergy meds aren't getting any cheaper. Aspire Allergy and Sinus has solutions that last, so you can save in the long run. Go to AspireAllergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
O'Reilly. Increase your vehicle's performance and gas mileage with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up to eliminate carbon and varnish deposits. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for $10. See store for details. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store or shop online at O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Back to cool. Tons of stylish and innovative new Nissans are at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy now and make no payments for 6 months with interest from 0% APR financing. Get in to Sutherland Nissan Orlando. OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
This summer, Dunkin' is shaking things up. Introducing the Dunkin' Salted Caramel Cold Brew. Capped with caramel cream, cold foam, and a surprising burnt sugar topping. Try it today. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Wow, is this a party?
Yeah, it's the IKEA 80th anniversary sale, and we've got over 1,000 offers on our items. College students and teachers save 15% in store, or anyone can save 20% off all desks in store and online.
15% on everything. I'm getting ready for college.
Bring your roommate and anyone else who wants great savings. Hurry in store or go to IKEA-USA.com to save through 9/5. Offers valid in U.S. until 9/5. Student-teacher offer in store only with valid ID on home furnishing purchases of up to $3,000 pre-tax. Other restrictions apply. See store on IKEA-USA.com for all details.
The best time to get a great deal on a Ram truck is now, during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Visit Ram.com or visit your local Ram dealer to find the perfect Ram truck for you. And now, current FCA owners get $8,980 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5/23.
Hi, everyone. Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Man, in just one visit, Life Imaging FLA has shown its worth to me. And at 55 years old, I just cannot shrug off lingering aches or unexplainable pain anymore. With known kidney and prostate issues on both sides of my immediate family, I don't ignore those now. The instant I had the opportunity to visit Life Imaging FLA for their free heart scan, I didn't pause for a second. And what do we find? Cyst on my kidneys and a mildly enlarged prostate. I took that scan info directly to my primary care doctor, and we started building my plan immediately. You feel empowered and even better, more in tune with your body so you can get the most out of life. No dyes, you don't take off your clothes, and it only takes minutes. Don't wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA right now for your free heart scan with just a few minimum requirements. That's a $699 value. And while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Say the keyword free heart scan, and you'll be connected in seconds. Guys, make that call and make this the day you take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
Need a woman in your life who responds to your most important commands? Hey Siri, play Real Radio 104.1.
Radio 104.1.
Jury duty in just a moment. Plus, who is popular and who's not, really. I'll tell you some new information that's just come across. And we've got a bunch of other things to get into here on a Wednesday on the show. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you miss anything, you can get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. That's where you could also learn more about the show. You can learn about secret shows over at thenewsjunkie.com/subscribe, and many, many other things for you to do, including sending dispatches, which is a key part of the show. We want you to be part of what's happening around here over at thenewsjunkie.com. What was I going to talk about before I get into jury duty? Oh, I was going to say, I'm sure you guys have all seen this on a hyper-local level here. I have enjoyed watching everybody melt down here locally about a new bowling alley restaurant that's open, and people can't stop losing their minds about this place. It's called Primrose Lanes.
It looks cool, though.
It looks awesome.
I like the first image when you go to the website. It's just like tray of oysters. I'm like, bowling and oysters? Let's go.
They're kind of like a restaurant where, by the way, you can bowl as well.
Right.
And they're not phoning in that restaurant stuff, which is such a big change from when we were kids, or at least from when I was a kid. When you went to the bowling alley, you got literally like the worst food you could think of.
Fryer.
But I think you kind of wanted it, though, right?
Yeah, that was part of the experience. It was like chicken fingers and hot dogs.
When that place was Colonial Lanes, like, you knew what food you were getting into. And by the way,
and that bar.
Yeah.
That bar was tight.
The bar's still sunken in, I think. And
Oh, is it really?
And they actually took, because it used to be windows where you could see the bowling from the bar.
Right.
And then they covered them for some dumb reason, but I think Primrose
has opened it
back up.
It's because you could smoke in the bar.
Exactly. You could smoke in the bar, and like as soon as you go out to the lanes, it's like, you know, those cafeteria lights, fluorescent, unless it was like, you know, rave night.
They made it look great, though.
And then you go into that sunken bar, and it's like, let's pour you a pint of whiskey. Let's smoke inside, and then we'll do some weird karaoke. And so it was such a staple for Orlando. When it was knocked down, everyone was extremely disappointed. So very exciting that they brought back the bowling alley.
For those of you elsewhere wondering why we're talking about a bowling alley, it's because everybody is arguing on social media about this right now. There is no shortage of people who are like, this is dumb. This is terrible. I'll never support them. They have a $15 hot dog at this bowling alley. Don't buy it, right.
Gentrified bowling alley. Hot dogs now.
The thing that I saw yesterday, and I agree with Ross from our friends over at Tom and Dan, and he had the hot dog and posted it, and there's people that are like, this is ridiculous, a $15 hot dog, what does the world come to? And he goes, well, if you want places like the old Ratchet bowling alley to stay around, you have to actually go there and spend your money at those places.
Right.
Otherwise, they shut down, and the new fancy $15 hot dog bowling alley shows up. But those people who are saying this stuff,
I think somebody in the
aren't
comments
big support.
I think somebody in the comments said that wasn't the case, though. That I don't know if it was like a landowner thing or.
I think that place was dead most of the times we would end up going there. At least me. The times I've only been there 3 or 4 times before they shut down, and it was not busy when I went there. Maybe you had a different experience, but
we used to go all the time. But we would have to wait till a certain time for all the because a lot of leagues operate out of bowling alleys, and that's how you like.
It's the only place they can do it.
That's how you secure a lot of your business. So we would have to wait till the league people were done,
or
so
schools.
We could do like like late night, just goofing off 20-something.
Well, that was one of the first ways
goof-off.
they started to make extra money at bowling alleys. They would say after 10. It's bowling in the dark.
Oh, Friday night, midnight bowling.
And then-
Everything's all the pins are like Blacklight Reactive.
Yeah, and they play music videos, and there was like a party atmosphere.
Our favorite thing to make fun of at the bowling alley was the music selection was coming from something they called Bowling Radio Network. And they were like, this one goes out to Tom and Karen on lane 16 in Wisconsin. And you're like, okay.
What a specific DJ that is.
But you could actually go to the Bowling Radio Network website and request songs.
Yeah, Rachel on YouTube says, then don't go. It's catering to a higher caliber clientele. Of course it is. And that's fine. That should be fine for them to do that.
Yeah, but $15 for a hot dog.
It looks like a good-ass hot dog.
And add $5 for fries.
Yeah, it's pricey. It's not cheap.
Give me the fries.
Go old school style like my grandma did for the movie theater. Bring a big old bag.
Yeah.
And have some sandwiches.
Sneak some stuff in there. You got to do that if you want to save at this place.
An entire tray of shrimp.
It's also less lanes, right?
I think so.
Because, man, bowling lanes are really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I went
They're
bowling.
all bespoke, like customized, and it's like $100,000 per lane.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
I went over the weekend, and I had been, years since I had bowled. And God, do I suck at it.
It didn't come back to you?
No, not at all. I mean, I played with children, I think, under the age of 10, and they just kicked my ass. Now, I will say what I thought was very cool is back in my day, it was you had bumpers or no bumpers.
Yeah.
Then I go to ask, can we get the bumpers up? And they're like, all right, for which bowlers? They have the technology now that they could put it up and down depending on who's bowling.
Yeah, I've seen this before.
It blew my effing mind.
And it doesn't take 30 minutes to blow them up.
No. It's come a long way.
Should have
all
gone
of
with
this stuff.
bumpers, though.
But if a place has expensive food, it has expensive food. Like, just get over it, for God's sake. I went 3 weeks ago, I think. Cordy and I went to the axe throwing place. And when we were there, we're like, let's get a couple of drinks. They got like fancy cocktail drinks. And so we get some drink. It's not cheap at all. We get some like a charcuterie spread, which was awesome. And then we go
cheese and meat, or just
meat and cheese.
All right.
Yeah, actually, both of them, which I love. And then we went over and we did some axe throwing. And the axe throwing was like $70 or something for the both of us. And the drinks and food, it was not cheap. It was probably $150 for the trip there. But that's what it
date
is.
night for you.
Yeah, you're going to have a fun experience. You're going to have, and if the problem is this, if you go to a place, it doesn't matter where it is, doesn't matter what kind of place it is, it doesn't have to be a bowling alley, it could be in any city in the country. If you go there and it's garbage quality and it's $15, well, then it kind of is going to sort itself out over time. The people are not going to go there and not spend money on something that's not high quality. But if they're shooting higher, $21 for a, what did I say? Cocktail, shrimp cocktail? Shrimp cocktail for $21. Yes, it seems pricey. Yes, it does. So don't buy it. Maybe that'll change on the menu. Maybe they'll adjust
How
some
many
things.
shrimp are in that?
Hopefully a lot for $21.
Probably 5.
I hope that thing goes around.
I mean, classic is 5.
Yeah.
So that'd be $4 plus
shrimp?
per shrimp.
That's pretty pricey.
It's $3 an oyster.
But don't buy it. You know, the market will all sort this stuff out in due time. Okay, we have jury duty to do, but let's do this very quickly. Here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by Mo DeWitt from the DeWitt Law Firm. Excuse me. Injured on the go. Just call
all
Mo.
that shrimp talk.
866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MOE, or go to justcallmo.com. You have a lot of options for attorneys out there, but this is the smart one. Trust me on this. He's going to treat you like a person. He's a good guy and a great attorney.
Did you see the cruise giveaway video?
Oh, I did. That was so
sweet.
It was like really well done, too.
And she was so surprised. Had zero idea that she had won the cruise.
Yeah,
So
this is
congratulations.
We talked about this on the show where our friend Mo DeWitt came in and he was doing this cruise giveaway for these teachers. They got a ton of responses.
Hundreds.
And then he went and surprised her at the school that she was working at and gave her a cruise. It's a killer video if you want to check it out on Mo's social media.
And the person that nominated her, like Mo read what he had written to nominate her. It was so sweet.
And he didn't tell her anything.
No, and I'm there like crying. I'm like,
it was good.
She deserves
Go
it.
watch that video. It's a good time. Go find Mo DeWitt on social media, and you'll see that he's posted it.
Gives you the good feels.
It does, absolutely. And that's going to be jury duty for today.
Nice.
We got so much more to get into, including finally these people who are popular and not popular. I'll tell you what's going on with this, and it's kind of surprising, I think. Details coming up next on the News Junkie.
Limited tournament seats at the 2023 Real Radio Charity Poker Tournament are now up for auction. Get the details at realradio.fm/poker.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up a multi-vehicle crash on I-4 eastbound. Before Lee Road, traffic is backed up to Parr Street. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading eastbound at Dr. Phillips Boulevard. You can expect congestion on I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. At Blindster, we offer over 50 different custom window treatments, including faux wood blinds and shutters, all at prices less than retail. Plus, we'll send you free samples before you buy. Don't hire an expensive pro. Do it yourself and save big at Blindster.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Get ready to win your way into our iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. This is your chance to see Foo Fighters, Sheryl Crow, Lenny Kravitz, Public Enemy, and so much more. Listen for the keywords at 9 a.m., 1 and 5 p.m. each weekday for your chance to win $1,000 and a trip for two to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival. This contest brought to you by Jersey Mike's. At Jersey Mike's, they offer freshness you can taste and see, from store-baked breads to slicing meat and cheeses right in front of you. Visit your favorite Jersey Mike's subs location today or order on the Jersey Mike's app. Jersey Mike's, be a sub above.
For the ones who work hard to ensure their crew can always go the extra mile, and the ones who get in early so everyone can go home on time, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade supplies backed by product experts so you can quickly and easily find what you need. Plus, you can count on access to a committed team ready to go the extra mile for you. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code free month. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
Check it out. You lifted your car? Yep. Refinanced my auto loan with Navy Federal Credit Union. Put the money I saved towards an 18-inch lift kit. Pretty sweet, huh? It's a minivan. Well, now it's a mega van.
Dad, I can't get down.
At Navy Federal Credit Union, we're here to help our members save toward their goals, whatever they may be. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Josh Wolf August 11th and 12th.
My best night at college. Okay, wow. My buddy and I were drunk at the zoo.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a good laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in Central Florida. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people who make things happen, like me. I'm Sam, founder and CEO of Manifest, a product design company that makes everyday products designed smarter. I get 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more, plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases, which helps us make more smart ideas into a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card. Learn more at chase.com/business premier. Chase for business. Make more of what's yours. Real business owner compensated for their participation. Account subject to credit approval. Restrictions and limitations apply. Cards are issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank. Any member FDIC.
Man, we
we all know it's hot outside. Have you noticed your power bill going crazy? The current cost of energy is higher than it's ever been, and it's going to just keep getting higher. It's going to keep climbing. Solar Source can change that for you. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 60,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's house and my sister's house included, they do a great job. Solar Source makes it easy for a free estimate. Monster listeners, all you got to do is go online and check out the tool they have that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. There's no pressure. There's no salesman. Just you and the facts. That's awesome. You can harness all the power of the sun and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting electricity from the power company. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote today. solarsource.com/monsters. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar.
Bachelor Happy Hour, the one and only official Bachelor Nation podcast, is back. Go behind the scenes with your hosts, Bachelor in Paradise Season 7 newlyweds Joe Amabile and Serena Pitt, for real stories about what happens in Bachelor Mansion.
Here on Bachelor Happy Hour, we'll be putting all the guys in the hot seat. We'll have exclusive interviews. We'll be the first to talk to the men. We're going to bring the drama into the house and leave probably brokenhearted.
Listen to Bachelor Happy Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
At SimpliSafe, we've designed award-winning home security with advanced sensors, HD cameras, and now this, 24/7 LifeGuard protection, only from SimpliSafe. Now, monitoring agents can see and speak to intruders through our new indoor camera to help stop crime in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any new system with Fast Protect monitoring at simplisafe.com/radio. Advanced home security, 24/7 professional monitoring for less than $1 a day. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast. We've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Hey, you want to get a Big Green Egg? The best place to go by far is Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up the Big Green Egg for you, and they make it so easy. Follow them on Instagram. It's Wassie's Meat Market, or just go to their website, wassiesmeatmarket.com, to get your Big Green Egg today.
You ought to call Strata for a new AC or emergency repair. StrataAC.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Insane things that have happened on different reality TV shows. And if you're rolling your eyes at that, just bear with me here, because the first one is a show that I watched like...
It's going to be what we're talking about for the next year, because all the good TV shows are not coming back for a while.
Yeah, they're going to have all these animals on reality shows screwing everything up time and time again. And I used to watch way back in the day this show called Below Deck.
Yeah.
And now
Bravo.
they have a couple spin-offs of it, I guess. I haven't seen a bunch of these.
ThinkPad got me onto that show originally.
Did he?
It's very interesting.
Was there a lot of sex on that show?
Not really. It's
about the crew of a yacht.
Yeah, and what's fascinating about it, it's like I've talked about Vanderpump Rules, and it's about the staff there, and they show like their 30-minute shift before all the other drama ensues. But like with Below Deck, it's like, nope, they're working their asses off.
Right, they're really doing a job.
And then all the drama that ensues with the guests and the crew members.
And is that same guy still the captain of the yacht? The old guy?
I think he died.
Oh, did he?
No, I think that guy...
There was definitely a captain, and
he
the
was
original one that died. The old
Fun Sucker Extreme. The old dude was the captain. It was always like
Lee
shutting something
Rossbach?
down. Might be him. I don't know. Anyhow, I haven't seen this show in a very long time, but 2 cast members from the show have been fired. And what was the reason for this was some footage that I saw yesterday. And this dude who got booted off the show, Bosun Luke Jones is his name.
Yeah, this is Below Deck Down Under.
Yeah. Yeah, in Australia.
Okay. And
so
Bosun's like the first mate, right?
Yes.
And
or like top dog.
He was hammered drunk. On this video, you see him. He's drunk out of his mind.
Egregious.
He's naked, completely naked, hammered drunk. And then he goes to go into this other woman's room. And the producers and stuff, they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, put that door open, push the door open. So they're trying to fight to keep the door open to the room because they know that this guy's about to do something messed up.
She's completely unconscious.
Yeah.
Like she is passed out drunk.
Well, she was talking at some points, but she had no idea what was going on. She was out of it, right? She's drunk, he's naked. He's trying to lock himself in her room and get into her bed with her. And so the crew of the show is like, no, we can't let this happen. And they start pushing the door open, and you see him. He's naked. He's gotten into bed next to her, and he's like trying to do something. And they're like pulling him
Slams
off
the
the
door.
bed.
He can't do it.
Yeah. He keeps trying to shut the door to get the TV crew out of there. And then he ends up in the hallway completely naked. And the whole thing just blows up. And he's like angry, like the crew has done something wrong. And he was going to get in that bed and do stuff with this woman who was like out of it.
I mean, the footage is insane.
It's wild to see.
And especially like the producers getting involved. And that same episode you have, because another crew member also got fired.
Yeah, there was 2 of them.
Laura, who producers also had to be like, Laura, it's time for you to go to bed, because she was being inappropriate with another crew member that did not want her advances.
Yeah.
So
maybe they're drinking a little too much on this show.
It was like their one day off, and they just get blacked out drunk. But it was the head not stewardess. It was the first crew, not someone who takes care of the boat, but that helps out the guests, who knocks on the captain's door and is like, I got to talk to you about this. He immediately was like, all right, did anything happen? Okay. And he woke his ass up, Luke, and was like, you're off the boat right now. We're getting to your hotel.
Yeah, they fired him, and there might even be charges. I don't know how they'll go from here, but he got up in the bed. He was totally naked, and he was starting to mess around with her.
It was a wild scene.
And they were freaking out, obviously.
And I feel so bad. Like the next day, the other girl that got fired was like, I feel so bad for him. We didn't even get to say bye.
Oh, my God.
And then the girl who was almost assaulted by him was like, yeah, this is what he did. And her response was, oh, he should have just come into my room. I would have welcomed him.
Jesus.
It was some
Stephanie over on YouTube
reality television
says it was very, very intense.
It was.
The producers handled it well, but they should have done more to Laura for what she was doing, she says. I really hope she watches that episode back and learns from it. It seemed pretty blatant to me. There wasn't a lot of wiggle room on it. It was like, this is just a bad thing that's happening here. The other show where there was something that happened, and it's going to be interesting to see what the impact of this is there's currently a season of Big Brother underway, and one of the castmates just said the N-word on the live stream, and he was celebrating and having fun. And so this is the gist of it. Selim read the story earlier, but the gist of it that I got was, let's say there's a room called the party room in the Big Brother house, and he's like, yeah, we're in the party room, brother, but he doesn't say brother. He says the N-word with an A on the end. And then he realized what he said, and then he was like, dude. And then he looked around and he was like, oh no,
yeah,
what have I done? And then he apologized to the black castmate that was near him, and the guy was like, I don't care. I don't think it's a big deal. But now they're wondering, what happens when, of course, there's going to be 8,000 people who clutch their pearls on Twitter about this and get upset for other people. Will they take the guy out of the house? What do you do?
If they don't, maybe he just tries to be the best at Big Brother he could ever be. So that, because the thing he wants least to happen is to be voted out of the house or however that happens. Is it voting?
Yeah,
you're voted.
Well, yeah, you vote him out.
The last thing he wants to happen is to get voted out, and then not only have to face Ms. Moonves, but
because they have
the
to
rest
do
of the world.
The post interview after they get
So he
kicked out.
gets the post interview immediately, and she's probably going to mention something about that. And then he gets his phone back and he gets to read all of the things people are saying about him and find out how canceled he is. Probably some texts from some people that don't want anything to do with him anymore.
Right. Arnott says, like Morgan Wallen. Yeah, it's very Morgan Wallen-esque. Rachel says, it totally depends.
Everything's fine for Morgan Wallen right now.
Yeah, pulled through. It totally depends on how you say that. If it's not meant to be hateful, it's playful, because the younger generations throw that word around a lot. It's interesting how all this stuff is handled. And this, to me, is very different than they had a season. Oh, my God. We've been doing this show for so long. It must have been 6 years ago, maybe more, where there was one contestant, and her name was Erin, and they started calling her like Aryan Erin or whatever, because she was straight up being racist. She wasn't like saying she might have said the N-word, but she was straight up being racist on the show. And it was exposed on the webcam feeds that she was saying a bunch of racist stuff. And when she got voted off, she went out there, and I think she thought she was going to get a rousing applause. And when she walked out, it was like, boo, just hits her in the face, and she has to sit down and face all those questions. This is just a guy who said something stupid and tried to walk it back as quick as he could.
According to TMZ, producers have already warned the cast about their language after 2 contestants were worried their tans would make them look ghetto.
Oh, really?
Are we not saying ghetto?
Who knows? It depends on who you're talking to. I think people are way too careful in most cases with their language, and we're all tiptoeing around. But in that house, everything you do, there are people watching. It's literally on television.
And on top of it, people pay extra money to watch you 24/7.
Yeah.
Do they not have that? The all-access thing anymore?
Actually, they have that this year on Pluto for free with commercials.
Ooh.
So Pluto is like...
When do they decide to do commercials?
They don't usually have commercials.
They still have it on Hulu for no commercials?
Yeah. On Hulu or CBS All Access, they stream it live for everybody. But let me tell you, I watch that show because it's cheesy and easy to watch, and Courtney and I watch it together.
Easy and cheesy.
It is easy and cheesy.
Delicious.
But I can't. When I watch those live streams, I'm like, this is so boring.
Yeah, for real.
They're just
for 24 hours? Get out of here.
Sitting around.
You really just have to have somebody who has the patience to watch the live streams to find the moment where something
Give me that.
happens.
The one exciting thing, cut out all the filler, which is everything.
Which, by the way, isn't that just the job of like the producers and editors of Big Brother?
Yeah.
Like just the directors to
take notes,
constantly watch what's happening and figure out when things should go in the show.
Right.
I think the live stream is just like a bonus where you're like, now you're just waiting for somebody to say the N-word, apparently.
You know, I don't know what the numbers are on Big Brother, but this will probably surprise you. One of the absolute highest rated reality shows right now is that one that you've been watching, C-Lane, where they have a famous
Claim to Fame is killing it right now.
Bachelorette, and I'll stop talking about reality TV in a second if I'm losing you, I'm sorry. But I just thought this was an interesting cultural thing. Bachelorette is pulling in incredibly low numbers for that series.
It's boring.
It has been for the last couple of seasons. It's been pulling in low ratings. I think it gets like below a 2 million number in a lot of nights.
Bachelor in Paradise, I'm excited for.
Bachelor in Paradise, I always like. But the other show, what's it called again?
Claim to Fame.
Claim to Fame was getting like 4 and 5 million viewers. So multiples of what.
It's fascinating.
But when you think about it, you're like, Bachelorette, there's like all this money and all this prestige in the brand, and it's not nearly as
They used
popular.
to have like a 3-hour time slot and prime time.
Yeah.
Or 2 days a week.
Right.
Remember when it was 2 days a week?
Says a lot, but with
But that
Claim
other
to
show's
Fame,
like, it's like the little show that could.
yeah, and I'm proud of it.
And I don't think they were paying a bunch of money for
Stars
anything.
on Mars, I was rooting for you, but
That didn't pan out.
This week's episode that aired Monday night of Claim to Fame was just like we almost like we were gonna start Only Murders in the Building. So Ashley was like, well, you know, we could just fast forward to the end to see, you know, who wins. And I was like, no, I like watching it for the thing. Thank God. It was so good.
Was it drama?
It wasn't so much drama as if there was one guy who had a light bulb go off in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, oh my gosh, I think Chris's claim to fame is so-and-so. And then they all...
But for the record, for everybody who doesn't know, the show's about these people are related to somebody's famous, and you got to guess it.
Gotcha.
You got to figure out who it is, and then you got to play this game where you're selectively lying to people, but you're also selectively like teaming up with people to try and take down the good players, stuff like that. I mean, there's a whole strategy to it. Like
I mean, the first episode, who's a relative that lost
Tom
her?
Hanks.
Oh, yeah.
That woman freaked out.
She was pissed
It was,
off.
it was so cringe, but also so funny. But this one of the guys, and he has this eureka moment, and he's like, I think, dude, that's got to be it. Chris is related to so-and-so. And then all the people in the room start convincing themselves that, oh, yeah, this is definitely who it is. We know 100%. And there is a glaring fact that they've all heard that you know that this is 100% not that person.
But they started
But they're
convincing
so
them,
excited
yeah.
for themselves. The dude's even like, I want you guys, you just know that I was the one that said it. I was the one that said it. And you watch it to the end and you're just like, that was so worth the watch.
Let me tell you something. There's nothing more powerful than echo chambers. When you get into a little situation like that and everybody's confirming everybody else's, whatever they're saying, it's like, oh, this is definitely true.
I thought at least one or two of them were just playing the game and going, dude, yes, that's right. That's the one, but I wasn't sure. And that
it's obviously working. But
somebody
5
went down
million
over
people.
it.
There's a lot of people watching that show. Okay, to the popular people and not popular people. And the list came out from a survey of adults in the United States of America. What is their net favorability of select public figures? And the most popular public figure is kind of surprising to me. It's Prince William. Prince William.
Oh, he got his title removed from the website, I heard.
No, the other one.
Harry.
Yeah, that's Harry.
My bad.
Prince
Retraction.
William is number one with a 37% favorable opinion. Or no, it's 37% net, whatever. He's the most popular. Followed by Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's in second place. Chief Justice Roberts from the Supreme Court in third. Jill Biden in fourth. And King Charles III in fifth. Which is kind of
Did you
surprising.
say Jill or Joe?
Jill Biden
Okay.
is in
Come on,
fourth.
man.
So she's overall probably the most popular political figure, if you want to call a first lady a political figure, which it is.
And female for the states.
Yes, yeah, she would be the most popular overall. Her husband, not so much. And then they go down from there. And on the unfavorable side, Donald Trump is at negative 14. Kamala Harris is at negative 15. Joe Biden is at negative 16. Mike Pence is negative 17 because he doesn't know how to actually pump gas into his truck. And Putin is negative 85.
All right.
So he's not winning over any friends in the United States of America, it would seem.
Oh, above Putin just makes me so much more excited for the election year next
All
year.
these people, they're so horribly unpopular, and yet they're the most powerful people in the country. I'm not sure how so many people have such opinions on King Charles III. I don't really know much about him except
Did
for
some movie or TV show come out about it that
I don't know.
Gave people some more information?
I've not heard much about him. I know he has big old fat fingers. He's got them sausage fingers.
Who is that? That's at zero.
That's Hakeem Jeffries, who is a younger congressman.
Okay, so that's like the bellwether. That's the zero.
Yeah, you're like just as evenly hated as loved. You
Right.
know, it's like
All right.
even in either way. And Prince Harry.
Like you look at that and you go, I bet I could get like a little more love than Hakeem Jeffries,
Yeah,
right?
you might be able to. Who
Can we use
knows?
that same software for us?
I want to see.
Maybe never mind. I'd take that back.
You don't want to do
wanna
that?
know.
I was trying to see if
We
they
have a
had
focus
something
group for that.
had all the people because they don't even show Prince Harry, and I can't imagine that Prince Harry is less popular than Putin. I can't imagine that that's the case.
Could you imagine though if he was?
They just don't even put that on here. This is just who you guys like out there and who you don't like, maybe more importantly. Let's go over to a couple of dispatches and test the waters, see how you're feeling, see what's going on.
The
Here
haps.
is Concrete Mike with a dispatch for us.
Happy Hump Day News Junkie crew. What up? So, wifey and I watched a reality show kind of based upon like the Big Brother theory, where you got to play that game like Celine was talking about, but it's called The Traitor. Pretty good show. I think it was on Netflix. Go ahead and check that out.
I haven't heard that, but it reminds me of The Mole. When they used to do The Mole.
That was like a family show for me.
It was hosted by, I think, Anderson Cooper. And there was somebody who was like the mole on the show.
It was like we gathered around the TV just to watch it, and I think it lasted all of 2 seasons.
Yeah, it didn't last that long.
I watched what he's talking about, The Traitors. That's the one that was hosted by Alan Cumming.
Okay, the TV dad?
No.
Alan Cumming?
The Scottish guy.
Hold on, let me look on.
Like skinny Scottish dude.
Alan Cumming, I believe, was the guy who invented the internet back in the 40s.
No, this guy right here. We all know him. This dude. Yeah.
He's fine. Who's the traitor?
Is he a British actor?
He's a Scottish.
Oh, Scottish. Yes, you said that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have not seen that at all either.
Do you accept his apology?
Sure.
Let's go over to Cosmic Lunch Meat chiming in. They have a dispatch for us.
Hey there, junkies.
Hey.
Happy afternoon, happy day. Hey, so I'm a charter yacht captain. I run a 130-foot charter yacht. We do the Caribbean,
hello. Send me his
Med,
email.
all kinds of places. We go everywhere.
First of all, guys,
Yeah.
your
broadcast?
voice sounds really great,
Yes.
Cosmic Lunch Meat, and maybe one of the coolest usernames I've
Yeah.
heard in a long time.
How would you like a magnet?
Yeah, we got magnets over here.
Do you guys have a boner too? Or is that just
What
me?
do you charge for a baby moon?
What are you talking about charging? Why are you even throwing that out?
Oh, you're going to take the whole yacht?
We're getting a free yacht here.
We're not gonna
We're
have a
getting
free
a
yacht.
free yacht trip.
We're going to play at a discounted price, a trip.
Yeah,
we'll
can-
do a reality TV show.
What we'll do
Can I have a
is
closet?
Cosmic Lunch Meat.
Guy is not even, he's just like, I had a point to this, and now they're
get back
taking
to you.
full advantage of me.
The dispatch is 1:46, so
Oh.
we're not gonna let him go for that long. But what we were thinking was, if you really like the show, we could do something special for you. We could do a show just for you, like literally.
Oh, I love
you're
that.
The
I love
only
that idea.
listener.
And that kind of never happens.
No, never happened before. You're
Yeah.
the only person who gets to hear the show.
So we do the show for about an hour, and then the rest of the trip.
We've done that for a few bartenders for free.
Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Back to it.
Been doing this for about 26 years, and I started out as a deckhand, then became a captain about 26 years ago.
Nice.
Hey, that below deck thing, it's all garbage. It is complete fabrication.
What do you mean?
There's a team of, there's a crew behind those guys making sure that the boat is run safely.
Oh.
It's produced.
No.
It's just, it's awful. My boss watches that. Everybody's
Prove it.
bosses that work for these guys, they all watch it and they think that's what we are. This is a very professional industry. We all have to go through years and years of courses, training.
Yeah, but we can still have fun on the big giant
Yeah,
yacht.
for
Yeah,
sure.
let's get back to us.
Well, let's see, how real it is.
Yeah, we
Cosmic
want to.
Lunch
We can only
Meat.
know if we're behind the scenes. If we're on the yacht, we could figure this out.
Please.
We'll take a quick break because we are a little bit late here, but we will be back with more from you and a pretty wild thing that just happened in the music world. I did not think this was going to be a thing, but here we are, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Holding your virtual hand as the world crumbles. Real Radio 1041 on Facebook. Powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Travel with caution. Authorities are clearing up an accident on I-4 eastbound before Lee Road. Traffic is backed up to Parr Street. Heading through the city on I-4, you can expect congestion westbound between Ivanhoe Boulevard and Robinson Street. There's slowdowns due to an accident on Sand Lake Road heading eastbound at Dr. Phillips Boulevard. You can expect delays on I-4 westbound between the Beach Line and State Road 535. See traffic troubles? Call the SafeTouchSecurity.com traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals. Not sure which metal roofing panel is best for your project? Try Tri-County Metals' free panel selector tool on their website at TriCountyMetals.com. It will help you make your decision, and it's free and easy at TriCountyMetals.com.
You know, doing this job, I get to tell you about all kinds of different companies out there, and I believe in the companies that I talk about. But there's one where I wish all of you could meet the guy who runs Mills Air, because Leon Mills is an awesome guy that everybody should get to hang out with for at least a little while. I got to catch up with him soon because we always have a good time together. And he is somebody who strives to make sure that everybody is treated fairly. They know that you're going to freak out a little bit when it's this hot outside. Feels like temperatures in the 110s, if you believe in that stuff. And it's hot, and you're feeling like you're never going to get any help with your air conditioner. Even though things get busy, they are operating and helping people like you right this very moment. So Lean on Mills Air, a company that will treat you right. Lean on Mills Air, a company, if you can't afford a brand new Carrier factory authorized dealer, Carrier unit for your house, if you can't afford that outright, they could finance it for you. They have financing for just about everybody out there. And they are indeed a Carrier factory authorized dealer. So that's where you want to go to. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. And you can always turn to family owned and operated Mills Air. Here's the number, 407-277-1159. Or find them online at millsair.com.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Brought to you by T-Mobile. Experience more of the music you love with the record-setting 5G network. T-Mobile customers can unlock VIP benefits at the festival all weekend long. It's better over here. See why at T-Mobile.com/SEEWHY.
It happens in a matter of seconds, but the aftermath can last a lifetime. Car crash, slip and fall. There's only one Mo you should call. The Mo you know. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Every day is good with the new Dunkin' Chorizo and Egg Wrap, made with chorizo, scrambled eggs, and cheese. Or the Chicken and Roasted Pepper Wrap, made with chicken, roasted peppers, and cheese. America runs on Dunkin'. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Terms apply.
Did you suffer through 2022 with a terrible bathroom? You wanted to make that call to Rebath in Mid-Florida. You just couldn't do it. Well, make 2023 the year that you finally need to pick up that phone and let these guys show you what they can do. And what they can do is amazing. Take a bathroom that you hate, it's old, it's out of date, doesn't look great, doesn't really complement your home, and turn that into a magical spa-like environment that you begin or end every day in, and it makes you super happy. Here's the great thing. They do this with their employees. They do it in just 4 to 6 days, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. And guys, these products are simply amazing. Natural stone, travertine, and marble, all those beautiful colors. But it's the quality of the products that you've got to feel when you go to the showroom. 436 up in Altamont, right across from Kobe. Stop in, feel that quality, picture that in your house. That can happen. They're exceptionally good at it. Let them design a bathroom that you are going to love using their products, your ideas, their ideas. And next thing you know, their craftsmen will have it installed, and you will love it. 2023 is the year that you get a new bathroom, courtesy of Rebath, midfla.com.
To everyone who believes family is what mealtime is all about, let our guest Emmy share what she loves about Culver's.
From the moment my family walked in, we knew Culver's was the place for us. Being greeted by someone who's truly happy to see you, you don't find that everywhere. There's just something nice about a cook-to-order Butterburger and creamy, fresh frozen custard that tastes like it was made just for you. But time with family, now that's what's really special.
Stop in and experience what mealtime means at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who needs a little delight in their day, let our team member Paul tell you about one of our favorite sweet treats.
Ending mealtime with a special treat is a tradition in Wisconsin. And what better way to sweeten your day than a blue spoonful of a Culver's concrete mixer? We handcraft our thick and creamy fresh frozen custard with any mixing you crave, from the indulgence of Snickers to the richness of pure Dove chocolate.
Come to Culver's and let us make your day a little bit sweeter. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
At Consumer Cellular, you get the same exact coverage as the largest carriers for up to half the cost. Same thing, up to half the cost. Less money for the exact same thing. Hope this is clear enough. Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, they're here to answer. Switch today and get a second month of service for free. Go to consumercellular.com/free month and enter promo code FREEMONTH. Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular's single line 5 gigabyte data plan and unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plans offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023. Promotion subject to terms and conditions.
That's right. It's a real mess out there, Kate. We're seeing heavy congestion on the eastbound lanes of the main expressway with traffic backed up for miles.
What do traffic and debt have in common? You don't want to be in either for too long. Move into the fast lane with Fairwinds Credit Union. We'll help you set goals, save more, and be your guide to achieving financial freedom together.
Visit fairwinds.org/together and become a member today. Fairwinds. Financial freedom happens here. Federally insured by NCUA.
As road pros, we know how to get from point A to point B.
Yeah, from making alternate routes to finding the best cup of coffee on the road.
And how to help get better mileage.
Yep. Yeah, all diesel fuels are not the same.
Yep. Synergy diesel-efficient fuel from Exxon and Mobil stations helps you get further down the road. Helps keep your engine cleaner, you know.
Keep this baby running. That's the goal. Get the job done and get home.
Yep. Pros.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn more and find a station at Exxon.com. Compared to diesel without detergent additives. Results may vary.
The podcast Journalista tells the improbable life story of Courtney Cookie Hood. Follow Cookie's adventures from working for CBS News in Managua during the Nicaraguan Civil War to blowing the lid off the Iran-Contra scandal and almost taking down the Reagan presidency.
They're assuming that I know what I'm doing, that I'm a journalist. I wasn't. I was being thrown into the Coliseum to the lions. I had not a clue.
Listen to Journalista on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Go back to school in a new Nissan with no payments for 6 months. Shop Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Junkie.com and an email rolling in from Flip, and it says, "Hello, I am Flip on the app and didn't want to send another dispatch today." But he's talking about the update we had on the 6-year-old shooter who shot his damn teacher. And he says, "My son was diagnosed with issues that would lead him down the path of this 6-year-old. The only difference I can think of between him and my son is that we love and spend time with my son and have the resources to help him. My son has a great set of teachers, a counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, and pediatrician that all work together to keep him on the right path. I've dispatched in the past jokingly referring to my son as a little asshole or future juvenile delinquent, but with a proper diagnosis and help, that little 6-year-old could have been on a more successful path." Yep. Best regards, Flip.
And now I'm curious, like, when did you notice that about your son, Flip? And, you know, and what steps, like, did you have to take? And you could say that boys will be boys and they're acting rambunctious, but then it's like, or is my son going to bring a gun to school?
Well, yeah, this is something diagnosed too. Like, you know, this is something that.
What is the diagnosis?
He didn't mention it. I'm not sure actually. But one of the things that I think of when I'm presented with a situation like this is such a good argument for healthcare teams, and there's a lot of startup companies that are pushing this, and I think it's fantastic. In this world, the insurance that you have works like this. If you have a healthcare team, you have your primary physician, you know, your regular doctor. Then you have somebody who helps you out with any kind of issues you have where you're struggling mentally.
Like a specialist.
Like a specialist who is a psychologist or psychiatrist. Then you have, you have like all this group of doctors that takes care of everything 360 around you. And these people know you, they stay with you, and over time they get to know more and more about your health. And the best thing about this is the doctors kind of work together as a group to help you get the best care possible. It is a brilliant way to do this stuff. And so much better than our healthcare, which is basically like we have, you want to not spend too much money and go to a corner clinic? Or do you want to really wait until the last moment and go to the emergency room?
By the way, your copay, $17,000.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Met your deductible.
I think I talked about this the other day. Did we talk about this? Where Chaos, who's, you know, on the Discord, and he's a friend of the show, he's the one who had twins over on Discord. And they have been growing up, you know, as time has gone on since they've been born over there. And he was saying that to these children that he had, his twins, were born prematurely and they had to have a lot of help. And now they're doing great. So everything's good and they look super cute and healthy. But it was $2 million.
Oh,
$2 million.
What?
And you go, All right, so obviously this is ridiculous
For the delivery?
for all of it, because they had to stay in the NICU and there's a lot of other stuff involved.
God, that is like that
Imagine getting a
shooketh
bill,
me, man.
a bill for $2 million.
Like, well, we're going to send you to college,
Yeah.
but we're still paying off the bill from when you were born.
Yeah, how do you do that?
And luckily, they had some good insurance and it helped out. And they're
$2
all right.
million.
But it just shows you how insane our healthcare setup is.
I would just start looking up bankruptcy laws.
Yeah.
Like, all
What do
right,
I need to do?
I'm bankrupt.
One of the other things that people don't realize is after World War II, what happened in the United States of
Back
America
in my day.
was they wanted to encourage employees to get back into the workforce. And all these people coming back from the war, and the job market was in dire need of people to do work.
And nobody wanted to work?
Nobody wanted to work. We're doing that now, or we got through a phase where people didn't want to work so much as of recently. And when people came back and didn't want to work, all of the jobs said, we got to throw something else at these people. So they said, you know what? Not only will you get paid to work here, but we're going to give you something we call health insurance. And health insurance became tied to your job after that. And now it's inextricably tied to your job. It's like, do you have health insurance? That will tell you if somebody has a job or not, other than some plans that they might get, like the Obamacare type stuff, away from it.
And then as we had our story earlier today, like, well, you're going to be making so much more money because that job's covering the hundreds of thousands of dollars health insurance would include.
Yeah, it's insanely expensive.
But it's like, we need it.
And we all pay for it, by the way. And there's some misnomers about healthcare in this country. First of all, while our system is dumb, the healthcare workers that we have in this country are fantastic.
And we love you.
They are some of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. The cream of the crop is here in our system. It's just the fact that it's attached to your job, and it's been that way. It's hard to split those things, and we don't have like a great open market where you could drive down some costs on stuff like this. And so what happens is, you get people who have no insurance, and they just go to the emergency room and get health care like everybody else. And
people have crap insurance and fear going to the doctor to check on something they should have checked on months ago, and you end up dying of cancer.
We've talked about people who were hesitant to call an ambulance or Life Flight or anything like that because they know the bill that they're going to see afterwards. It's not great. We have the best healthcare workers in a terrible healthcare system.
And you know who we also love so much is yacht captains.
Yeah, yacht captains are great.
Like, we have the best yacht captains in the world.
Yeah.
And especially those that listen to us.
Yeah, we are big fans of anybody with a yacht over 100 feet that listens to the show that wants to.
We would love to check it out.
I'd settle for 80.
We would just love to check it out.
It's very nice of you. It's very kind.
I think that insurance companies should pay for yacht trips.
Yes!
Because mental health.
Please.
Jeff for president.
Yachts
Thank
for
you.
everyone. This is surprising to me, maybe to you as well, Fritz. They say Google and Universal Music are in talks right now to license artists' melodies and voices for songs generated by AI.
Gotcha.
As the music business tries
Cool.
to monetize one of its biggest threats. And so what they're saying here...
Musicians are already like poverty.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're
you
not making
got,
any
you got the really, 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 really rich ones.
Everyone's going to be on strike.
And then you got everybody else who's just trying to make music out there.
Taylor Swift and Paul McCartney. If you're not those two people, you're not
struggling.
making. Yeah, exactly.
And right now in Hollywood, the writers and the actors, the writers in particular, are striking over this exact issue, whether they could be replaced with AI. If you have all these musicians and you're making deals about using their voice to create further productions that they never sang.
Well, or they're selling off their catalogs, and then Universal or whatever company buys it could use their sounds and likeness for whatever they want.
Oh,
right?
I wouldn't be surprised if that was a thing soon. Somebody goes, I'm selling my own catalog and the rights to the AI version of my voice so you can generate future tracks.
Yeah, but that would be kind of hard to quantify. You're selling the rights to, you said the AI version.
Mm-hmm.
There could be many AI versions of your voice.
Well, I'm sure they'll get more specific about it.
Like the thing
it's just never been done before.
The thing that I use to generate the models of the voices when we were doing your song and Sabrina's song is when you generate it, you can tell it how many like how much work you want it to do, which is measured in something called epochs.
All right. So have not heard of the
related to
measurement?
Tupac?
It's EPOCH. It's probably short for something, but I didn't look it up.
Epic?
Epoch.
Epoch, is that what you say?
I'm calling them epochs.
All right.
And
I believe you.
So both of you got like
Think it's
250 epochs.
Why don't you give us
You think
more
it's epic?
epochs?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm just guessing.
Oh, here we go.
You both had 250. That's like the average.
Did we have room for more?
It would have taken a lot longer.
Oh, God.
And I wouldn't have been able to. Your song wouldn't have been finished in time.
That was a good song.
But like the ones that like people are doing for like the big celebrities and stuff, they're like, oh man, this one's Donald Trump with 500 epochs, Eric Cartman with 350
Are
epochs.
they noticeably way better when they have that many?
I don't know, but I think that's what they're trying to say. But basically, the point is that different people can make these things from different source material. They have one that's Eminem, but it's old Eminem, like Slim Shady LP Eminem, as opposed to
Newer
post rehab Eminem.
Well, here you go. 3, 2, 1.
Epic.
Oh, but that doesn't mean that it's pronounced that way, actually, because it's a different thing. This is a period of time in history.
Epic.
That is the way that one's spelled.
I wonder if that's still related.
I don't know. I don't know if that's where they got it from. Seems like maybe. But when we come back, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I'm going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is and on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by attorney Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
From the Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center, powered locally by Ferguson HVAC.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro. Today is a Fox 35 weather impact day due to the intense heat and high humidity. Forecast highs soaring to the upper 90s with feels-like temperatures potentially reaching 115 degrees. It's important to limit outdoor activities and make sure you're staying hydrated. Rain chances will be low, mainly after 3 o'clock at 20% coverage. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Allison Gargaro.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. Shopping for new blinds? At Blindster, we offer over 50 different blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices, custom made for your windows, and shipping is free. Shop at home and order 10 free samples of any product before you buy. Blindster.com.
We have one more chance, actually 4 more chances for you to play poker with us at the 2023 Real Radio Texas Hold'em Charity Poker Tournament presented by Injured on the Go. Just call Mo. Our final 4 seats are now available in a last chance auction benefiting the Mustard Seed of Central Florida. Plus, these auction seats also come with a casino pass for guests for you to enjoy the Home Loans Radio Casino. Top poker player who survives the Solar Source final table gets a trip to Las Vegas. Go to realradio.fm/poker for more information. Thanks to Hard Rock Cafe Orlando and Fun Planners.
Orlando's best comedy room is safely open. The Orlando Improv welcomes Josh Wolf August 11th and 12th.
My best night in college. Okay, wow. My buddy and I were drunk at the zoo.
Tickets and showtimes online at theimprovorlando.com. Above all, come for the comedy. We could all use a good laugh. The Improv is hiring for all evening positions. Line cook, cocktail servers, and wait staff, food runners, dishwashers. We cater to top talent and the best locals in Central Florida. Call 407-480-5233 or email for open interviews.
With Spectrum Mobile and the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and Galaxy Z Flip 5, you get faster speeds with Spectrum Speed Boost. Pre-order through Spectrum now and get up to $1,000 off, plus the value of your trade-in and a free storage upgrade. Hurry! Offer ends August 10th. Visit a Spectrum store or SpectrumMobile.com to pre-order the new Samsung Galaxy Z. Visit spectrum.com/policy/mobile-terms for details. Restrictions apply. Spectrum Internet required. Auto pay required.
The IRS has just received $80 billion in funding to hire additional agents for aggressive collections enforcement. If you owe the IRS, now is the time to take action before the IRS comes after you or your business. There's no time to waste. Call J. David Tax Law, a firm right here in Orlando, for a no-cost consultation at 407-603-3962. That's 407-603-3962. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or phone call away.
When it comes to $1 small Slurpee drinks at 7-Eleven, no one's doing it like you. You're inventing new flavor combos, throwing caution to the wind. You're a frozen fizz whiz, a pina colada prodigy. You mix cherry and blue raspberry like a pro. Only you know the perfect ratio. Just when they think you're done, you add a splash of summertime citrus, just because you can. And because your small Slurpee drink masterpiece is just $1 at 7-Eleven. Slurpee, anything flows. Expires 12/31/2023 plus tax. Visit store for details.
Craft Beer Festival is back at SeaWorld Orlando. We're serving up a party for beer lovers with more than 100 craft brews, wines, and cocktails. Plus, savor more than 20 perfectly matched food selections. And top it all off with festive entertainment and fireworks to keep the party going all day long. This is one craft beer celebration you won't want to miss. The fun is brewing weekends now through Labor Day and is included with park admission. Get your tickets now at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
The best time to get a great deal on a Ram truck is now, during the Ram Make This the Summer event. Visit Ram.com or visit your local Ram dealer to find the perfect Ram truck for you. And now, current FCA owners get $8,980 in total values on the 2023 Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. Total values include combined cash allowance and $2,980 Bighorn Level 2 package value. Current vehicle must be registered at least 30 days prior to purchase. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 9/5/23.
It's one thing to suffer from allergies as an adult, but it's really tough on kids running around with sniffles or stuffy nose during recess or practice. Not to mention, it's hard to concentrate in school when you're not feeling well, and then you feel bad because you forgot to give them their allergy meds before they left. All of that can be a thing of the past thanks to Aspire Allergy and Sinus. They've helped thousands, including children, with their kid-friendly allergy testing and pain-free allergy drops. Schedule your appointment today while the kids are out of school. Go to AspireAllergy.com. That's AspireAllergy.com.
So a few tiles are cracked in my restaurant. Big whoop. It's fine. Like, watch where you're walking, you know? Pay for a new floor? No way. Nobody's gonna get hurt. What happened?
If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. We've collected over $15 billion for our clients. It's easy. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
I like to cook on the Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassey's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories. They even have a classroom set up to teach you all the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassey's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee. So it's Wassey's Meat Market. Check them out on Instagram or just go to their website, Wassey'sMeatMarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassey'sMeatMarket.com.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Fall into autumn hiring with Indeed. Their all-in-one solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday.
Buddy.
So much to do, so little time.
So hot outside.
Is it?
It is.
It's tough out there.
Smoldering.
Be safe if you're working out there. Make sure you're taking care of yourself.
I better turn down my AC now.
Tips at thenewsjunkie.com.
It fights, man. It spends like most of the evening like battling the outside.
Mm-hmm. An email coming in. I just wanted to get to this because time is short. Sean, hey man, please keep my actual name private. I guess I got a little chatty on the dispatch and ran long, but I would certainly be super interested in working on some sort of live show from the yachts. If it's something you'd like to do, then let me know and we can sort out details, etc. We have 4 cabins, 6 crews, and it can accommodate all sorts of things. And to Sabrina's question, yes, I'd love a magnet. I live in Jupiter, Florida.
Let's go.
Every time I head to Orlando, I'm on the lookout for a magnet of the wild. No luck. They're all on fridges, friend.
I got you covered.
Been listening to you guys since day one. Love you all. Thanks.
Don't say it.
So, real close to it there.
Captain Anonymous.
And somebody was following up on what was the kid, what was he diagnosed with? And they said that the kid, the 6-year-old, was diagnosed with severe ADHD.
Right.
ADHD and violence, I don't know that I've ever seen any connection there whatsoever. But then he says...
That's so weird because I just punched a dent in your car.
He says dysregulation disorder, which is considered to be on the autism spectrum where there's aggression and impulsiveness, which that makes a lot of sense, actually. Okay, hang on. There's everything happening so fast. Let's get into these final dispatches. We have time for them, C. Lennon?
Nope.
Oh, we don't?
Hey, they were great, though.
Hey, very bad situation with this fire in Hawaii. They are talking about the island of Maui in this one area in particular. They said, we have suffered a terrible disaster in the form of a wildfire that has spread widely as a result of hurricane-force winds in the region. Maui and the Big Island both experienced significant fires. Much of Lahaina on Maui has been destroyed.
Yeah. Wow.
And hundreds of local families have been displaced, they say. All the dispatches made the cut. All the stories made the cut. All of these things made the cut. And we're going to get the hell out of here now. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday.
Dude, this footage out of Hawaii is insane.
It's scary. It's really, really bad, actually. It's amazing that there's not a whole bunch of people who have died as a result, and there may be some changes on that. Today I Learned for a Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned the members of this family...
The royal family.
The British royal family. The bees of the British royal family were informed of the Queen's death, and their hives were adorned with black ribbons, following old traditions of informing bees about change of ownership. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Imagine if your job is like informing the bees that the Queen has died.
Like you make 6 figures.
I'll take it,
Count
I
me
guess.
in.
What else do we got here? Today I learned seed laws are a thing. There are plants that you may buy that, along with them, you are legally unable to take seeds from them and plant anything else. You find this a lot in worlds where it's like a Monsanto type thing, and farmers can't just like get their own seeds. What are you doing?
Looking at this footage, I'm sorry.
Bad. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a really big fire, and like Fritz said earlier, it's the winds in Hawaii from this hurricane that are just feeding these flames, and they're just absolutely out of control. Okay, let's skip to the end. Here goes nothing. Today I learned this gentleman right here.
Marshall Mathers.
Is correct. I'll also take Marshall Mathers. Eminem owns a modestly sized recording studio in Ferndale, Michigan. It's named Effigy, and that's where the majority of his music since 2007 has been recorded. There's other people who go in and out and record from this, and it's one of the most popular recording studios in the Midwest, they say. Right there in Ferndale, Michigan. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place in West Palm Beach. Rover's up next. In Dallas, more great radio. In Orlando, it's the Jim Colbert Show. It's on the way, and it's all right.